This episode of the Grappler Union podcast is brought to you by Diamond MMA. Start protecting your boys with the best groin protection on the planet. Black belts such as Gary Tonin, Eddie Cummings, and Joe Rogan all trust their family jewels with Diamond MMA. Enter the code Grappler Union at checkout and save 15% off all your Diamond products. Go to diamondmma.com today. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Grappler Union Podcast. Paul Maloney alongside Anthony Zito. On this episode, we have Nick Mitria in studio. Nick is a brown belt under Mark Vives, and he's the owner of BJJ Tees. Enjoy.
I need the 6 minutes. That's what happens in that 6 minutes.
You told me, using any technique that works, never to limit myself to one style. Keep an open mind.
We're not here to take part, we're here to take over.
In order to become more peaceful, in order for you to become better and strategize your life.
Hit it up.
Yeah, so this is the first time I knew there was a right or left on this. On these headsets, man.
That's bizarre.
Nick knew right away. Have you done one of these before?
35 episodes.
I used to DJ.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it was no, kidding.
You worked at a bar, though?
I did a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. My brother owns a bunch of bars in the city, so I used to help him.
Wait.
What bars?
What bars?
So English over on LaSalle,
Okay.
Which is closed now, but one of the best bars you'd ever been to.
I've been to it.
Back in the day.
Yeah,
the best.
hell yeah, it was great.
Oh, the best. Hubbard Inn, so over on Hubbard over there.
Yes.
Then they had
Been there.
LaSalle Power Company for a long time.
That was a great spot.
Yeah.
I left my leather jacket there one night. Had to go back the next day for it.
You probably ran into me and didn't even know.
I probably did.
I was head of security. There
Were
was
you?
all MMA guys that we had in there, so it was a good time.
Yeah,
all
there-
small dudes.
Yeah, that place was like 3 stories, wasn't it?
Huge. Yeah,
Yeah.
It was like I think 18,000 square feet total.
Yeah.
It was pretty big.
And why did that go away? Because every time I went there, it was packed.
The shelf life of a club or a bar is like 3 years.
You gotta
After
rebrand
that,
it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So after that, and plus their rent there was like 80 grand.
Yeah, had to have been,
It
right?
was crazy. So I mean, how long can you, I guess, go down that path?
Yeah.
You know, and make money doing it.
So we got the computer hooked up here.
Let's do it.
is that-
Because Nick
Shoney.
walked in. He's like, "Man, this place is super profesh. Do you guys like pull stuff up on the TV?" And we're like, "No, but we probably should start doing
You
that."
probably should, right?
So what are you doing right now? Are you mirroring to the TV?
I'm going to, yeah.
Okay.
Computer stuff.
Nick, you're just getting in from Milwaukee?
I was up at Combat Corner. They do, I think, 2 or 3 tournaments a year. It's, I mean, they put on a great event, like 500 competitors. Just a real good, tune up for like Worlds or Pans or any of these tournaments, but a good all around tournament. There he is, Mr. International.
So
We're looking at Shoney Carter's cup,
Yeah,
basically.
That's
we
not
got to
it,
get
though.
a better picture.
gotta
You need
be-
him in like the biker shorts.
Oh, the
or-
biker. I didn't see that one.
He had some America ones back in the
Did
day.
he?
Oh yeah, he's the best.
I don't know why, but we were talking about.
Type in Shoney Carter cup.
There you go.
It's number 2.
There it is.
Where is it at? Oh, here you go. There it is.
There you
There
go.
it is.
Look at that.
What the fuck?
Now,
That is
is that because
crazy.
he's packing some heat and he needs like an extra
Extra-
large cup, or is he just being a
That's,
dick? Like,
I think he was testing the Diamond MMA Cup back in the day. I think he was,
That was
the demo.
that's the
right
prototype?
there.
was that it?
Jesus,
That's
dude,
hilarious.
that is crazy. That's like
Yeah.
that looks like a small child in his jock.
Imagine somebody taking your back, putting the hooks in, and you have that on your spine.
Yeah, I don't-
You're tapping.
fuck
you
that.
can't
Yeah.
deal with that.
Ouch. Yeah. Did you see that Gary Tonin picture on Instagram where he put like some sort of lightsaber down his
Yeah.
leg? He was wearing spats.
Gary's good. Gary's the man.
See, that's where you could make jiu-jitsu fun and get a lot of eyes on you.
Yeah.
Or like the whole Dylan Dennis things, like,
Dude.
I don't think being a heel in jiu-jitsu works. You know what I mean? Like, you could put up funny videos like Gary
Yeah.
does and
Yeah.
get a shitload of
Yeah, for sure.
Eyes
I
on
mean,
you.
he's a really smart guy. I don't know if you guys have ever talked to him, but
I haven't.
super chill, super smart, just a good dude all around. And then you got Dylan, who's face down, I lost, blah, 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 calling out everybody after that.
Right.
Like, come on, man, you lost. It happens, you know?
Yeah, we all lose.
I was really turned off by the way he handled that. I mean, really, really bad. And
It's just awkward to watch, isn't it?
yeah, I had to turn it off.
Yeah.
It was so we should pull it up.
Yeah, and he's like depressed, and then he's like, I just want to say Happy Mother's Day to my mom.
Yeah.
And,
I didn't see, you know, I didn't.
Not even sincere.
Yeah.
Like, it was
It's
bad.
very weird.
Ugh.
So Combat Corner.
Yeah, no, good tournament. I mean, you know, we've been supporting them for probably 4 years now.
Yeah.
You know, just a real good tournament. You know, they give back to the community. They do a cash prize for the absolute, which is awesome. You get some really heavy hitters that come in and compete at it. So, real good tournament. Combat Corner, you know, they really are involved in jiu-jitsu, MMA, Muay Thai. So,
And then you just go and set up a booth?
yeah, we go try to sell some shirts, some hats,
Yeah.
you know, meet some people and try to make the most of all of it. And, you know, it's fun. It's one of those fun tournaments. It's
Yeah.
not super serious. Nobody's, you know, killing themselves to make weight or compete or any of that
That's
stuff.
good,
It's just, you know, it's a good, fun tournament. There you go.
Yeah.
Log into Flow. Let's go.
I know. Log in.
You need my login? I'll give it
Yeah,
to you.
young Jamie.
I've got a.
We'll go live with it. Here it is, guys. Everybody.
But so you're on the road a lot then, right?
Oh man, lately we're running hard. You know, it's this past weekend we actually did 5 shows. We did Milwaukee, Dallas for Fight to Win, Manhattan for Grappling Industries, Oakland for Jiu-Jitsu World League, and then Atlanta or Columbus, Georgia for American Grappling Federation. So yeah, we get out there. We try to get to as many events as we possibly can, and you know, just try to get out to the people.
Damn,
you know,
yeah.
This is your full time job.
this is what I do full time.
That's awesome.
It depends. I mean, it has its pros, it's got its cons.
Just like in anyone who owns a business can appreciate that. But
Yeah.
what year did you start?
So in 2007, somewhere in there,
Okay.
I started making gis.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I've made gis for a long time, and you know, I kind of saw the market just kind of start falling a little bit, and
Yeah.
you know, I started putting more effort into making shirts and stuff like that, and you know, the shirts took off in, I would say 2012, somewhere in there, and
Okay.
just kind of been running with it since. And
So do you have to like patent or do something with your shirt, like just roll? I mean, it's very
It's trademarked. Yeah.
Trademarked, right?
Yeah, Nick brought us some
that is
swag too.
trademark, guys.
That's awesome. So, but like when you first started, you obviously to get it there.
Yeah.
How did that even come about? Like,
So the process is fairly easy. I mean, it's really not hard. It's just it takes time.
Okay.
You know, so when we came to market and we sold some Just Roll gear, and it really just took off. So I was like, okay, let's pump the brakes. Let's do this right. Let's trademark it. Let's put the project on hold, because if we can't trademark it, it's no good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so we trademarked it. Took about a year and a half to get the piece of paper in the mail, and ever since then, it's just been, you know, full steam ahead. And just
is it
kinda
pretty expensive, the trademark stuff, or?
$250 in
Really?
your time. Yeah. I
That's
mean,
not
anybody
bad.
can do it, really. It's just, you know, it's about, I guess, taking the time to read for about 6 or 8 hours, you know, which I paid somebody to do.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit and read
Right.
for 8 hours. But
Is
they
it,
knock-
is it a law firm or?
no, a friend of mine.
Oh, a
you
friend.
know, yeah. I was like, here's an Adderall, and $200, and, you know, get the job done.
Right.
And you know, and it worked out. You know, I mean, we submitted everything, got an email back that said, hey, you need to correct this and this. Made the correction, sent it off, and they said, okay, now it's just a waiting game. And you know, and the reason it's a waiting game is they do a ton of research to make sure nobody's, you know, filed the same kind of thing or similar or whatever. And you know, but I was pretty happy when that piece of paper came in. It was pretty cool. It hangs on the wall in my office. So
that's one time fee, and then you own it for life, or is it does it
think
die
it's-
after a certain amount of years?
I think it's like 10 years,
Okay.
and then you have to put it back through or whatever.
Okay.
You know, but
So it's coming up then soon.
no, we didn't put. Just Roll went through in 2013.
Oh, okay.
Is when we put it
Oh,
through.
okay,
So
sweet.
yeah, before that I was just making gis and rash
Okay.
guards and stuff like that. But yeah, as soon as we trademarked it, you know, we kind of went nuts and made some hats and shirts and rash guards and gis and, you know, kind of.
So now do you
everything.
trademark every T-shirt or every?
No. So you don't have to. Anything that says Just Roll is, you know, I mean, obviously that's our trademark brand. So we don't have to do anything with that. Some of the weird designs, like some of the funny shirts we'll make and stuff like that, anybody can knock off.
Yeah.
It's not really worth it, I think, to trademark those individual shirts because, they have a shelf life of 6 months, let's say. So is it worth it to go through it to put that shirt out or just sell them? No, people are going to knock it off, and kind of go from there. But,
Right.
I think with the internet, Instagram, Facebook, you can kind of call people out a little bit and it kind of fixes everything.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I don't think it's worth the money personally to do. So,
I mean, I'm always interested in trademarks. Like, 'cause I didn't know, when we did the podcast, I didn't know if I need to trademark that or what.
Sure. I mean, you can, just to protect. It's better, I guess, better to protect yourself than not protect yourself. There is the Just Roll podcast, which I sent them a letter. I was like, hey, sorry, you guys can't do this anymore. And they haven't done one since. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, we send out letters, I would say probably 2 or 3 times a week to people that are using that trademark for sure, including Amazon. I mean, we sued Amazon. They were producing Just Roll T-shirts themselves and trying to sell them. Oh yeah. It was big.
And marketing it towards the jiu-jitsu community?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah?
And then they kicked me off Amazon. So it was,
Shut up.
yeah, when we called them on it. So one of the dads from one of the gyms sent me a Facebook message. He's like, hey, he goes, typically I like all your stuff. He's like, but this shirt is so ugly. And I was like, thanks. What shirt is it? And he sends me a link for Amazon. And I was like, well, that's not us. And I started digging through it. I call Amazon. I was like, hey, somebody's selling our trademark gear on your website. What can we do? And, they couldn't give me any information on this company that was making this. So I ordered a shirt. I called a couple friends and said, hey, order some shirts, blah, blah, blah. We all get the shirts. And I call Amazon to find out who it's produced by. And it says it right on the receipt. It says Amazon Digital. So that's them producing the shirt, and they have another company on their own website that's doing this stuff.
Okay.
And then I dig a little deeper and they ripped probably 30 of our shirts, 30 different designs, some of the funny stuff I can't do things about, but so we sent them a legal letter and they ended up taking the shirt down, but then also taking me down. So
wait, why would they take you down?
They just kind of said, we don't need your business on Amazon,
Shit.
So.
Fucking dickheads, man.
So
Dude.
they stole it from you.
Yeah.
And then turned out that you're like, we're good. We don't need you. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck
You
is that?
called them on it, and then they're like,
And I love Amazon.
Yeah,
I buy
great.
so much stuff from Amazon.
You and me both.
Fuck, dude. So did you have to sign up under a different name or something? Can you do that?
Yeah, we're gonna kind of go around, but they do this. Mastodon. I don't know if you guys know who they are.
No.
The metal band. They're suing them too for the same thing. They were copying their shirts, CDs, all that stuff, and selling it as well. So Mastodon has a huge lawsuit against them. They do this with a lot of companies, and they figure people either don't have the money or the time to fight them. But
Right.
my lawyer's one of our blue belts at the gym.
Yeah.
Good dude. He's like, this will be fun. So he sent off a letter, and they basically told him to F off, and he's like, okay, well now we'll keep going with it. So at least they acknowledge that they got the letter,
Right.
and what they're doing. So.
But when it comes down to it, they've got so much. They got deep pockets, man.
That's the problem. They'll drown you out,
Right.
But if you have somebody that'll do it for free,
that's
now
the key, right?
exactly.
But do you even think that they know about it, or is it just like boardroom meetings where it's just like, hey, we need ideas, and then some young up and comer who maybe trains is like, I want to make a name for myself in the company.
He did.
How about just roll? That's probably what it is,
Yeah,
right?
and that's what what they do is they have an algorithm. So if you go on Reddit and some of these other forums, you'll see ex-employees that talk about the algorithm they use for products that are selling. So they get alerted to these products that are selling. They'll either make a knockoff version or, just straight up rip it off and go with it.
Fuck.
So, yeah.
Fucking
sucks.
business, man.
Right? I'm just
Jesus.
some little guy trying to sell some shirts.
That sucks,
Jeez.
Nick. I'd like to boycott, but Prime is just way too good. I'm
I
sorry, Nick.
won't even boycott them.
Right.
To do nothing and get everything I need to my front door is perfect.
It is
Seriously.
great. It is fuck. And you know what? They took care of me. I ordered my lights that I have out there.
Yeah.
And one of them blew out, and it was past the 30-day mark.
Sure.
And they're like, "Don't worry about it. We'll send you out a new one." And
Just don't have Nick Mitria on your show.
Yeah,
Right.
That's it. They didn't say that to me. They're like, F you. There are shirts. I was like,
it's so crazy.
yeah.
Man.
Yeah, but that's a constant battle
It
with
is.
anything.
Yeah.
Nike, any of these NFL teams getting their stuff ripped off. I mean,
Yeah, it's
everybody.
true.
Yeah.
So it's a constant battle no matter who you are.
You
know?
made it, man. Amazon's ripping you off.
Yeah, you
I
know
wish
you
I
made
made
it,
right?
How is business without getting into too much detail? I mean, you slowly, gradually.
You know, we're growing,
Yeah.
so that's good. I mean, we have a lot of growing pains right now. We're just moving our facility to a little bit bigger spot with a retail front. So, but you know, as we're
Gonna have
getting
a retail?
out there, yeah, we're gonna try
Brick and
see.
mortar?
Yeah, you know, we'll
Going
see. We'll
vintage,
see.
right?
Nah, not so much vintage, but
Place to hang out.
yeah,
Yeah.
kind of like this.
Yeah,
Like
you
your
want-
spot. This
you
is
want my
perfect.
spot.
I
That's
want
it.
this. I came here. I know what I'm going to do now. No, but you know, to move, you know, all that under one roof and then have a spot because everyone's like, hey, can you bring shirts to the gym? Can you stop by, bring
Yeah.
this? I'm like, dude, just come to me. You know, like,
Right.
I mean, we run around all day long as is. On the weekends, we're traveling a ton, and so the last thing I want to do is run around Chicago and rather UPS it to them ground, and it'll
Yeah.
get there tomorrow. I don't have to deal with. You know, I wish we could do Prime, but they don't. They don't let us on there.
Right.
So crazy. So what's in the works? I know we talked a little bit outside about skateboards.
Yeah, so we have. We're going to do some skateboards. We're working on wheels right now. So once we have that done, we'll have the boards out. We've got a bunch of new gear dropping. We just dropped some stuff this past weekend in California, New York. We have Worlds coming up, so that'll be fun. And other than that, I don't know. You know.
Now, are you
Same.
designing the decks yourself?
So yeah, so all the designs for all the shirts and hats and all that stuff, I do everything. So you
Really?
know,
Everything. Wow.
all
What
the
about
design
those pictures
Yeah.
you brought us?
Hey, that was borrowed from up there.
Was
I
that
think.
borrowed? Okay.
Yeah, but so that was a shirt we did. I have another website called martialartstees.com, and you know, so that was a shirt we did. We do one shirt a week at $9.99 all week, and then it goes to $19.99 after that. So it gives everybody the opportunity to buy this shirt for $10.
Right.
After that, you can still buy it, but it's $20. So
Okay.
And do you do like a subscription type thing where you just mail it out to people every week?
it'd be so if somebody wanted to jump on board, we never got traction with that because some shirts are hit, some are missed,
Right,
you know.
yeah.
So everybody's like, what am I going to do with this thing, you know?
Right.
So, you know, but even the one behind there, that's the shirt we actually carry at BJJ Tees, the one of Darth Vader. You know, so yeah, I mean, all of it I design. You know, we've got our shirts laid out all the way till Christmas right now. So all the stuff we're doing all the way to the end of the year.
Now,
Yeah.
do you have to pay like a royalty for using that image?
No, that's, you know, let me take a look at him. No, that one's good. So I guess if it's a royalty-free picture, no. Just kind of like the fonts, you know, like, you know, one of our shirts, we have an Arm Bars t-shirt, and it has a font that is similar to a movie that's set in the future with a lot of lasers and stuff like that.
Okay.
I'm sure you guys can put it together.
Right.
But it's a royalty-free font, so there's nothing they can really do. You know, we're not portraying we're this, you know, thing, this movie, this
Right.
whatever character. You know, we're a jiu-jitsu brand. You
Right.
know, we push it as far as we can without going over that edge.
Right.
You know?
And if it was something, they just send you a letter, you stop,
Yeah,
and that's about
for
it.
sure. And
Right.
we've gotten them. We've gotten.
Oh, you have?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, some of our designs, our crossface shirt, and we do one that looks. The saying on the back is "Submission so fast you'll freak." You know,
Okay,
so,
right.
you know,
That's
there's a
good.
couple. There's a couple
good.
shirts.
Jimmy
that
John's hit you up?
I don't know who they are, but you know, we may or may not have had a logo that looks similar to theirs. But yeah, you know, we'll push it, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
always. But because I understand, you know, what these companies go through, kind of like what we go through, we're always searching the internet, people selling our stuff,
Right.
You know, so I've gotten away from a lot of that and more
Yeah.
just the Just Roll stuff, and you know, bringing in smaller independent brands on our website and really pushing their gear. So.
Oh, you bring other brands on?
Yeah,
there? Oh,
yeah.
that's
We've
cool.
got Cauliflower Nation on our site, Old Man Jiu Jitsu, Choke Aloha. We're bringing in Jits Revolution. So we're going to bring in a couple other brands.
Grappler Union.
Yeah,
I see.
let's go.
There
Let's
you
sell
go.
the shirts.
All
Come
right,
on.
let's do it.
We actually have a pretty cool design. Do you
Oh.
have it? Pull it up for Nick.
This one?
No, not that one. We have.
I can
one.
pull it. Yeah. Well, no. That's our logo.
Wait,
but
we need to hold this here, though. Let's get a new window.
so I can pull it up. Where's it at? You know what? I can bring it to.
Submission Underground did not get new ring girl talent.
Okay, you know, I
they
don't
did
know
not
what
hear
the
that
fuck is
episode.
going on. And the guy with the cowboy hat.
The announcer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just announced at, what do you call it, in Dallas?
Was he
Fight
winning?
to Win. I think that was the same guy, wasn't it?
The cowboy hat.
He wasn't wearing a cowboy hat. The guy that Dylan got kind of shitty with at the end. Did you see that?
Yeah,
No, I
that's
did not.
Nate Quarry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
He got real shitty with him at the end. Nate knocked that dude out for sure.
He got
Should.
really shitty.
Yeah, he would. Yeah.
You know, I can't bring it up. I think it's on my.
We need
phone
to call
here.
a technology guy.
Yeah, I know.
So, do you have an art background, Nick?
I used to draw. I mean, I still draw a
Right.
ton.
So, when you're coming up with the designs, is it on computer or is it on paper?
It is. Oh, dope. I like that. Who designed that?
Yeah, my girlfriend drew that.
Nice.
Yeah. Zoom in on it, you'll see all the little detail and stuff. So that's
Wait, whose girlfriend's in this phone? As I scroll, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Let me see.
No, that's really good. Did she draw it in Illustrator or what she draw it in? Was it just by hand?
She penciled it, and
Oh,
then
nice.
Paul had someone. Did you have someone? You had someone digit. make
Yeah,
it digital.
and we had it scanned.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, that's easy. That's a really good design for sure.
Yeah, but then it's like now I got to figure out where to get them. I don't. That's part where it's like it's a pain in the ass to figure out like
do
the
what?
brand of the T-shirt. You know,
That's
the look,
easy.
the feel.
Go get the shirts I just brought you. See how nice and soft they
Yeah,
are.
that's
Only if
Perfect
we had a
fit.
t-shirt guy in the studio.
I know.
Darn those
These
guys.
are T-shirt guys.
I'm gonna put you in touch with a guy.
Yeah.
he's good.
So all these other companies you're bringing on board, are you going to have their stuff featured at your storefront too?
So we will. We'll have them there. We'll bring them on the road with us as well. Some of them we already bring on the road. You know, it really is. I guess it depends on the market we go into. You know, it's you know, if we're going to an all kids tournament, it doesn't make sense to bring old man jiu-jitsu, but it might because the dads are there and the grandpas are there.
true.
So, so it really, I guess, depends on where we're going, what events we're doing, and you know.
But so like a storefront brick and mortar, I mean that's a lot of space to.
Sure.
Are you going to sell like everything, like bags and fucking jiu-jitsu tape and all sorts of stuff?
No comments. I'm
Okay.
kidding. No. We're
like
actually,
anything jiu-jitsu, you could go to that store for. Okay,
so
cool.
we're going to make it kind of a fight shop. We're not going to make it just
Awesome.
a BJJ Tees store. We're going
Right.
to make it a fight shop, carrying gis, rash guards, shorts, not MMA stuff. I don't care about gloves and MMA gloves and wraps and that kind of stuff. I just want to make it all jiu-jitsu gear.
Yeah.
You know, carry other brands, other gi brands. Ideally smaller brands. You know, I mean, I'm not going to carry Show Your Roll, you know, in there because
They don't need any help.
I mean, everybody needs help, but you know, at $200 a gi, you know, what kind of markup is there? So,
Right.
And they don't wholesale their stuff, so
Okay.
it doesn't make sense. So, but our goal is just to have 6 or 7 brands in there. Come in, try it on. If it fits, great. If it doesn't, then at least you know. Whereas if you buy it online, you get it, it doesn't work, you got to send it back.
I've had to return stuff.
Yeah,
before,
it's kind of a pain.
Yeah,
Most
it
times
is.
you're like, I'll just leave it over there, and and you never return it. So.
Yeah. Well, the gis I have to return. I don't want to sit because I buy those expensive ones. Like it's like very hard to submit.
Yeah.
I bought one of
He
those.
likes them because they're
Yeah.
exclusive.
Yeah, I like
Nice.
those.
But then resell it. Put it on one of those Facebook pages.
Yeah.
Friends and family, no shipping.
I've got so much stuff to sell. It's fucking crazy.
Bring it by the shop. Let's go. Gently used. We'll make it like an eBay store.
gently used.
Yeah. No. So that's the goal, is to have a little bit of everything there, and just give people a spot to stop in and kind of BS, or when our athletes are in town, a place to come instead of the warehouse, and which nothing. It's not fun there.
So you sponsor a lot of athletes.
We do. We work with, I think right now we're 58 athletes on board. So we got quite a few, yeah. But from every walks of life, from little kids all the way up to, Master 2, Master 3, and everything in between. And, so.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's definitely fun. I mean, it's yeah.
Sponsored quite a few of the guests we've had already.
Yeah,
So.
I think everybody that's been
Everybody on the show.
wearing my gear.
That's true.
Yeah, but they're all friends. I mean, when I started training, there were 2 gyms. There was Gracie Baja and there was Carlson's. That was it. So everybody was at one of those 2 gyms. And I started at Carlson's, and now where you guys are at, Monaco was there.
Yeah.
Carlson has his HQ now. The Vienna brothers were there. Nick and Mike started with Mark back in Evanston, but Nick and I are partners in our gym downtown, and we go back since 4th grade. So a lot of these guys I just kind of started training with. Jay Valco, trying to think of who else you guys have had on the show. Kind of go back through it.
They're
But
all right there. They're all there on that mat.
let's see here.
Nice. Check out Wagner's signature over there. Look how dope that is. he signed. You see it? He did bubble letters on the top right.
Yeah.
Fucking dope. That's so cool. When he was doing that, I'm like, what's he doing? And it turned out, I'm like, that's pretty good. That's pretty cool. Now everyone's got to top that signature.
I'm gonna have to do a little piece. I'm gonna go get some spray paint.
There you go.
Just gonna tag up the mat.
Are you an artist? Like you draw and do all this stuff? Like
Yeah,
all,
so
this is not like just digital. You actually
What's that?
Your t-shirts and all that is like hand drawn and stuff like that.
I don't start a lot of, like especially like our font.
Yeah.
We don't. That's set.
But that is that font.
This is a font we created. So,
You created, yeah.
Yeah. Any of the fonts we try not to use standard fonts,
Right?
Because anybody can download it, print
Exactly.
it. Blah blah.
My
blah.
company
So,
logo out there
Yeah.
is a design.
created,
Creative font.
And it makes it. I guess if you're going to rip something off, you can do it anyways, right?
Mm-hmm.
You send anything to China or Pakistan, any of the stuff, they'll rip anything off. It doesn't matter. But if you make it hard enough, and that's where Amazon came in trouble. You look at the font; they were close, but they weren't the same.
Okay.
They couldn't match what we did with the font. So, a lot of the fonts we try to make our own. A lot of the designs I'll start, just sketching stuff on the road or whatever in a hotel. And, when I come back, I'll start putting it into Illustrator, Photoshop, or whatever it is, and just kind of go from there. We've got, I don't even know, probably 300 or 400 designs like ready to go,
Oh, wow.
whenever I wanted to launch them. Some are half done, some are fully done, some are just started, so. But when I have time, which is very rare, I like to sit down and draw. I like to just kind of put the pencil to the paper and just kind of go. Even like the Darth Vader one I brought you guys earlier, that was drawn on a napkin.
Really?
4 years ago.
Wow.
And then it kind of made it to a sheet of paper and then made it into the computer and kind of just sat there for a little bit. And, but yeah, there's ideas. There's stuff all around us. So I was looking at all your skateboards and snowboards and, there's inspiration everywhere you look, so there's stuff everywhere.
Yeah, even though I'm not, I can't draw as an art, but designing websites and stuff like that, you gotta have a certain eye for certain things,
Sure.
and I have a certain, certain things I like.
Sure.
I like this environment. I don't know why companies, I came from the corporate world,
Sure.
and they just, everyone's in a queue, it's just white,
Yeah.
and it's just fucking shitty
Fluorescent
lighting.
lighting,
It's just like, how could you even
It's so discouraging.
It's so bad. It's
Yeah.
just so fucking bad.
Yeah.
And then, as Google came up and I saw their model, and I started when I opened my company, and then I started hiring programmers at the time. We did a lot of custom software development, and I couldn't keep a programmer for more than, 8 months. That's
Yeah.
it. They were done.
Yeah.
They're like out the. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? These guys are so like, I don't want to say they're flaky, but they just get.
They are.
They need to be. They need to be constantly under this type of new this, and it's just
Yeah.
hard to keep them. So when I saw how Google's model was like, basically just come in, do whatever you want, come when that works for
Yeah,
that
of course.
mindset.
For sure.
Twitter does it, Amazon does it,
All of them, yeah.
they all do it. And one of my friends who works at Twitter, it's like, can you take a vacation? He's like, I just go.
Yeah.
I can just, I don't have to report. My work has to get done.
Yeah.
But I'll go for 2 weeks. My work's done.
I'll go do it on the beach.
Yeah.
As long as it gets done, they don't.
There's no like, oh, you got to put in a request. There's
Yeah,
all like,
yeah.
let me get it approved. None of
Yeah,
that. And that's how I see. That's how I run my company.
Sure.
Yeah.
And that's how I like to see other companies run.
Sure.
Because we're here very short time.
Yeah.
So you better enjoy. Paul, appreciate this. You got to enjoy your life, Paul. Okay. Sometimes you can't just be working 9 to 5, bending pipe every day.
That's true. That's why I quit my job last week.
Did you?
Yeah, you did.
Attaboy. All right.
Yeah, I just had enough. I was like, fuck it, I'm out. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Don't stress.
Right now, I'm just gonna train for a couple months. Enjoy the
Perfect.
summer. I don't know.
Perfect.
I'll figure it out in a bit.
Yeah.
Here's the message I get during the day from Paul. I'm so sick of my body being beat up. And I'm like, I just get this text. I'm like, yeah, I hear you, man. And then 4 hours later, I just quit my job. I'm like, what the fuck? That's good. That's fucking awesome. I'm like, wow, dude. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Construction and just always on that schedule. Just hurry up. All right, we got to get this in. We got to get it done. But and you're just bent over the fucking tool belt and in the sun.
Yeah.
And it's fucking 8 hours of that, and you're like, oh, now I have to go train.
Yeah.
It's
It's
this
tough.
sucks.
It's tough, man. It's
I did it for 13 years, and
Wow.
you can do it when you're young.
Yeah,
but,
for sure.
You're
not old. How old are you?
31. I got a lot of mileage on me, dude. I got a lot of miles.
Dude, I'm pushing 40. Come on.
Are you?
Yeah, 30. I'll be 38 in June.
Yeah.
So I'm getting up there. For
When
sure.
did you start training?
2006. So I started a lot later than I wanted to, but there was no jiu-jitsu. I mean, jiu-jitsu really wasn't around. You know, there was, like I said, there was New Breed had just started. There was Carlson's and there was Rensvik. At the time, Gracie Baja.
Right.
So it was tough. You know, it was, and plus life got in the way.
Right.
I was working back then, and I'd signed up, and it was like 6 months before I even took my first class. So you know, it was crazy.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah,
Well,
I was like perfect. You know, I got time. I signed up, and then like work got super slammed. And I
But
was like,
what brought you to jiu-jitsu anyway?
Nick Sim. So Nick and I, we go way back. We wrestled together when we were kids. We played football since we were kids. You know, and he told me, he's like, dude, you got to try jiu-jitsu. And I was like, what the hell is jiu-jitsu? You know, like I didn't know.
Right.
You know, it's like wrestling. And I was like, all right, cool. You know, and so I was living downtown, and I saw Carlson's, and I didn't know. I saw Gracie. I was like, oh, cool, it's a Gracie. He's got to be the best, you know. And I had no idea who Carlson was at the time. And I show up, and there's just Stephan Bonner was getting ready for a fight. I remember Miguel Torres was in there, and like these guys were just going crazy. Like they had a ring and there were mats, and these guys were just going nuts in the ring. I remember, and I was like, dude, I don't know if this is what I need to be doing, you know. And you see Stephan Bonner, he's like 230, 240, and I was like, man, this is gonna hurt. But you know, it turned into something I love. You know, I love this. I love being around it. I love being involved with it. You know, I love helping people get to that next level.
Yeah.
You know, it's something I love. This is terrible. This is so shitty.
Oh, we're watching we have it on the background, the Sug 4. God, I hate saying Sug.
I know, I really
So
do.
fucking shitty.
I go long form and just say submission underground 4.
I don't even do that.
What do you call it?
It's whatever was on Flow
Flow
that
grappling.
night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flow grappling feature.
Dylan Dennis and Jake Shields.
Yeah. Jake's the man, dude. Jake's
He's
a
awesome.
really, really good guy. Just, you know, super chill. You know, I saw him in Huntington at Fight to Win. He was cornering, what's his name? Gary. And Gary fought AJ. And that exploded. That was a good match.
Has AJ fought Dylan Dennis, since they're both like kind of like assholes?
Dude, AJ's the worst. It's like the worst.
Yeah, he's the worst, right?
The worst.
Have you met him?
Several times. He's just the worst. He just runs his mouth and people slap him. I love it.
Yeah. He so it's not for the cameras.
No, him and
He's
Jake
just-
got into it after
I saw
Fight
that.
to Win.
After
Oh,
Polaris.
No, at Fight to Win.
Oh, at Fight to Win.
Yeah, behind the stage. It was awesome. You know, AJ couldn't even walk, and he's talking shit to what's his name?
Jake.
To Jake?
Yeah.
Was that when Gary
Gary
barred him?
Dude, you heard AJ's knee pop so bad when Gary put that on.
Yeah.
He knee barred him twice, I think, in that match.
Did he?
I couldn't believe AJ could walk. Well, he couldn't because he was laying on the floor in the back after
Yeah.
that.
Oh, so he wouldn't tap, and that's what.
Yeah.
That's what he's known for. He's like impossible to submit.
So he just takes the pain. He just
Yeah.
breaks
For
that
sure,
shit.
his knees messed up from that,
Right,
without
yeah.
a doubt.
Yeah.
But Jake went to just congratulate him, and they had words, and it was awesome. I was laughing so hard. It
You
was
saw
great.
it.
Oh yeah, it was great.
Did Jake hit him?
I don't.
No
remember.
comment?
I don't remember. I don't remember how it all went down.
And then
It was a long time ago, and I'm old.
Wagner Roca
That was
kicked him off
awesome.
the stage at Fight to Win.
That was so great,
That was great.
And who was the guy he fought in Polaris? The big dude?
dude. That
That
guy's
just
nuts. I
kept
wouldn't. Ugh.
I don't remember.
Just kept
Storming
walking right at him.
right at him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Collar chopping him.
Yeah, that was crazy. And then Jake and him got into it there. Yeah.
And
He's
Nathan-
been slapped on every show, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Nathan Orchard called him out after his win. Not in like
Which win?
his win on Submission Underground 4.
That he wanted to fight AJ.
Yeah. I mean, because
Really?
they ask every fighter, Nate Quarry asks every fighter afterwards, who would you like to fight next? Not in a shit talking way, but he's
Yeah.
like, hey, I'd like to
That'd be cool.
fight AJ.
I would not. No. Because he doesn't even do anything when he's out there.
It's
he
nothing.
literally just like tries to wrestle
It's
you.
a wrestle stall.
And it's not even that.
It's a wrestle stall.
It's such a
Dude.
boring match.
Ugh,
I mean,
worst.
people tune in, I guess, to like hopefully see him get submitted or something.
What? Just kidding. No, I agree. I've seen him over the years. I've seen him from purple belt all the way through, and he's always just been a hothead. always, I remember watching him at Pans. I think it was purple belt, Pans or Worlds. I don't remember. And he like field goal kicked this garbage can after he lost his match, and I'm like, dude, you're purple belt. Who cares?
Yeah.
I get if it's the finals of a black belt. I get it. But dude, come on. You're not doing this. There's no money. Like what are you this mad about? You paid somebody to be here, and then you're going to be this mad? Come on. Like whatever.
So you've met a lot of people over the years. He's the worst, huh?
It depends.
Come on, give us the dirt, Nick.
No. No. I can say this about AJ because you could go on the internet and everybody will agree.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just, I think, a unanimous. Everyone's like, this guy sucks. But
so he won't be expecting a BJJ Tees sponsorship anytime soon, right?
No. We like to work with good people.
Is it mostly local people you sponsor?
No. I mean, we grew from here, from Chicago. And we always look here first, without a doubt. I mean, this is our home. These are the people that put us on the map. But, as we visit these cities, we try to work with athletes in every city we go to. So then at least we have friends and family now in those cities. And as we continue to grow, that'll grow with us. So, but yeah, I mean, we sponsor people in pretty much every state and some other countries as well. So,
wow.
Yeah, it's just trying to get out there. It's, God, this match is so bad.
Yeah, it is.
What do you guys think of the cage? Do you guys think it's like a
I don't like it.
Good twist, or
I don't like it personally. Yeah, I think it's.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just for jiu-jitsu, it doesn't make.
I don't know. I have no feelings about it really.
yeah,
Well, it's just the thing is it's like I get it because you can't fall off the mat or
Sure.
anything like that.
I'm
but-
assuming what Chael's trying to do is to say, all right, let's try and get takedowns going here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you'll get more takedowns
because they're pushing against
because
the
they're pushing off
right.
sure.
the fence. So
Yeah,
But I think you can also escape some submissions using that. If
Exactly.
you wall walk
You wall
over,
walk, right.
like a head arm triangle or something.
Yep.
And you see it in the UFC.
it's
all
a
the
cool
time, so-
dynamic,
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
did you guys catch the? I mean, because we're watching this a week later. But did
Yeah.
you guys catch the Uriah Faber and Miao match?
Yeah.
Paul Miao.
A lot of ass scooting. A lot of ass scooting.
That was funny.
But props to Uriah. I'll give it to him,
Totally.
man. Because the Meows are no joke, man. Those guys are, oof.
I mean, he had him. He took his back twice in regulation,
Yeah.
and had a bunch of leg stuff going, and
Yep.
and this it's tough because Uriah was like sweating after a minute,
Yeah.
and it was
Yeah.
just like he was just like slipping out and powering out of shit.
Yeah, he's a little tank, man. Uriah's a good dude. Real good guy.
Seems like it.
Yeah. I've met him a bunch of times and just super positive all the time, super energetic, which is awesome. But to see him compete at that level of jiu-jitsu, because guys in MMA, I mean, there's guys that are blue belts that fight professionally, and no offense, I mean, everybody's got their own whatever, but to go against one of the best black belts in the world and hold your own, that's amazing.
Yeah.
He gained a lot of my respect after that. I've never really seen Uriah besides his guillotine or that mounted guillotine he hits all the time.
Yeah.
I've never really seen his jiu-jitsu outside of that. So to see him kind of just come right at Meow, which was kind of cool.
Yeah.
So that was.
I mean, he was probably in there like, this is cool. Like, I'm not getting punched in the face.
Yeah.
Like,
For sure.
and I think that jiu-jitsu needs these big names to bring a little more attention to the sport.
Sure.
I mean, if it's Submission Underground, if it's Polaris, if it's if it's any of these tournaments, but it's good that Uriah Faber gets in there because he's a huge name.
He is.
Huge.
Yeah.
But you could tell that he, this is his kind of jam. Like, he wants to leave MMA because it's
He
like,
retired, he did
though,
it.
didn't he?
well,
retired,
he retired, but it's like he wanted to leave because it's like, you can't do this all the time with the promotion and the fight week and the weight cuts and the getting hit and the training camps. But he's still a young guy, and I mean, he's still what, 38?
No, he's younger
than
than
that,
that.
I think.
He's younger
I
than
think
that.
like 34,
He's
35
30,
at most.
yeah.
Yeah. So it's like you're kind of past your peak in MMA, but it's like I'm still like a young guy. I want to compete. Yeah. This is perfect for those dudes. Yeah. In fact, I forgot to ask Mark Turner when he was in last week if Damian Maia would be possibly doing something like this after he retires.
It'd be so unfair for most people. I mean, he is probably, him and Jacare are probably the two best grapplers in MMA, I would say.
Yeah.
You know, and Damian Maia's jiu-jitsu is just, ugh. Talk about beautiful jiu-jitsu. That guy's got it.
It's so ridiculous.
And now we know why. I mean, we got to go to a seminar with his coach
Wagner.
Nice. Yeah. He's no joke.
Fuck, man.
Yeah.
So nice. You know, I
Just the
got
details.
injured. I got injured a week ago on my arm from a tournament, but
Grappling Industries?
Yeah.
What happened?
Fucking armbar.
I saw it.
Yeah, it sucked.
Did you see his match?
Yeah. I see everything.
Sucked,
I'm always, my head's always on a swivel, but I did. But it was a purple belt you fought though, right?
No. He was a blue belt. Yeah.
Didn't you fight a purple belt too at the tournament? In gi?
In gi. Yeah. Oh no, that was Naga.
Oh, not okay.
Naga,
Yeah, that
Naga,
was it. I knew you. Yeah.
Yeah. But back, he's like, "You want to roll?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah, I want to roll." Like, I'm not gonna like turn that away. I'm like, "Yeah, let's roll." And it's fucking great.
Yeah.
Like just rolling with.
So chill. It's different.
So nice.
Yeah. I mean, 30 years. of
30
grappling,
years,
you know?
and I'm just sitting there. I'm playing. He's allowing me to play my game. He's working his game, and we're just that flow.
Yeah.
It's fucking beautiful. And then after that, then Mark's like, "You want to roll?" I'm like, "Yeah, let's roll."
Yeah.
So I'm rolling with Mark, and then we finished the round. You know, he destroyed me, and I'm feeling good. And he's like, "You want to go again?" I'm like,
Mark said this?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm like, "All right, let's go again." And then 20 seconds left of the last one, I hurt my arm. He because he was, I know he's not doing it, but he grabbed it and pushed it, and I'm like, oh fuck, and I'm like, I'm just gonna hopefully he'll let go, and he let go, and then he just moved. He wasn't doing it, and I'm like, all right, Paul, I'm done.
Yeah,
that sucks.
But I want to heal up, but I want to roll so bad.
Call Sam Spiegelman. He'll fix you.
Yeah,
for an armbar.
Yeah,
really.
So my left elbow's been, I don't know, broken for a while.
Okay.
And he did some voodoo stuff, and it
Come on.
Dude, he does some weird stuff, but it works. He does a lot of the muscle activation treatment, which he talked about.
Yeah,
It's, I mean, it's weird the way the body works. Something shuts down, and it shuts down other things around it, and that's where that pain comes in. And I mean, Sam's really, really good at what he does. So just
I'm gonna hit him up. Yeah,
for sure. He'll wrap you up in a band and make you do some weird positioning, but you'll be good to go.
Cool. Yeah, I gotta do that.
As long as nothing popped in there. As long as there's
nothing
nothing
pop. It feels like
just
muscle
stretched
strain,
out.
stretched out.
For sure.
It's a little bit crunchy in the elbow area. Just a little pain I get in there. I don't know
Elbow
what it
crunch.
is. Yeah.
Dude, roll it out. Like literally on the edge, just dig it out.
It's weird.
great jujitsu cereal.
Yeah.
Elbow crunch.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dude, new T-shirt.
There it is.
Yeah.
With the cereal box.
Yeah.
But that's how t-shirts are made. Literally, we'll just be messing around and somebody will say something.
Oh,
And
Paul, you had one for the leg lock, wasn't it?
What'd I say?
Remember? Fuck, I wrote it down.
Oh yeah, it wasn't that good. What was it? It was
It wasn't that. It was
like
good.
in the front, it would say like I have a foot fetish, and then like on the back, like in a very normal jujitsu kind of way, or something like that.
Something
You know?
like
it's
that.
all right.
Yeah, yeah.
not bad.
Nick's
It's
like,
like,
shut
fuck
up,
you.
you guys suck.
Just like this. Drawing it up.
Yeah, let me put that in my don't fucking make pile.
No. But there's somebody that would buy it. You know what I mean?
probably.
There's always
Right.
something for somebody. And not all of our shirts are home runs.
Yeah.
Some suck. Some we put out, I'm like, this is going to be the best shirt ever. And we sell 3, and I'm like, damn it.
Damn it. Yeah.
That sucked.
But with the way printing is now, you can sit there and come up with these designs, throw them all online, and then see what works, as opposed to like
Kind of. I mean,
stock in a store, or you know what I mean.
So we stock everything. I mean, if
What do
you
you
see
do?
us at our booths, we'll probably have 400 and 500 shirts out there. We'll carry 18 designs per city that we're at. So like we were in 5 cities this weekend. We have 18 designs and 30 shirts per design. So, we've got quite a few shirts when we're at each event. So, and then a couple hundred hats, So I like to have everything ready to go instead of have to print things for people and then send it out. It just eats up time. And, is that $20 worth the hour it took me to print that shirt?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Probably not, know. I mean, and $20 an hour is a great wage, but, there's, I guess, ways I can make more money than that.
Yeah, you're trying to work out volume.
Yeah, exactly. So, and our machines, I mean, we can print, 600 shirts an hour at our shop. So, I mean, we can really bang out shirts, when we need to. So, and we do a lot of printing. We print for bars, restaurants, all kinds of stuff.
Oh, cool.
Oh, so you'll do
Those.
you print these?
we have for the guys in Michigan when he had his
that's awesome.
affiliates there. Yeah. But a lot of the gyms locally.
It's a nice shirt too.
Yeah, all the Moneko hoodies I'm dropping off tomorrow. We just printed those.
Did you really?
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah, so
I was waiting for my hoodie.
Yeah,
I already have mine. I like. Did you come up with that design?
that's no. That's the Soul Fighters design.
Oh, is it
That's
really?
the one on the back you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
Soul Fighters.
with the when it's on the
hood.
That's badass.
Whose idea was that on the hood?
That was Moneko's. I mean, I don't know. He's got a good eye for things. You know,
yeah.
He's got a really good eye for design, and I think a lot of it is he'll go to Brazil because I know he was down there for a little bit. He'll see something and be like, "Hey, I want to do this."
Yeah,
you know?
Right. Yeah, his gym is fucking gorgeous. Yeah,
I love his gym.
Yeah,
I remember when he
his
was building
tattoos
it.
are badass.
Yeah, the big robot on his back. You know,
It's a hunting mask.
whatever.
Yeah.
It's a robot. I always tell him it's a robot. He's like, "Boy, Nick, no." Like, all right. No, he's a good dude, man. Yeah, his gym. You know, I remember when he moved in there, man. He was a little nervous initially, you know,
Yeah.
but you know, I told him I was like, "It was the right move, man. You know, you're a good dude, good jujitsu. Why not? You know." And,
Yeah.
You know, he built a really beautiful gym, and you know, and even the back. I mean, he made that with the weight room and stuff back there, super nice. So, but yeah, he's a good dude.
Yeah.
I like Moneko.
And getting back to the seminar with Wagner.
Yeah.
I don't know if Mark Turner was telling us on air or off air, but like how Damian Maia's jiu-jitsu is so good is like, first of all, his team is amazing.
Yeah.
Like, good luck fucking beating those guys
Yeah.
because they do all the R&D for Damian. They'll be
Yeah.
like, okay, side control, like what to do from here, and
Right.
they'll come up with like 3 or 4 different things, you know, and then try and break it down to like 2 things.
Yeah.
And then they'll send those 2 things out there with like a bunch of their students to like try it out on other gyms that
Yeah.
like they don't know what to expect.
Sure.
Then they bring all the information back, and like before it even gets to Damien, it's been
Sure.
worked and
R&D,
tweaked
yeah.
like
Yeah.
5,000 times.
That's
and
amazing.
then Damien puts his own little thing on it, and it's
Yeah.
like, now good luck stopping that
Yeah.
in the cage, you know?
Yeah, he's a beast. He's got great wrestling, great jiu-jitsu. You know, he's just his hand still needs more work, but
Yeah.
you know why?
But what's he gonna do?
Yeah,
He's
you're
not
not
gonna
going to pick
become a
that
boxer.
up. No,
No,
I mean by the time you're at the end of your career, maybe. But leading up to it, you know, I mean, why go away from what's gotten you there? You know, his jiu-jitsu is just so phenomenal. Why try to think you're a boxer? And that's when he got in trouble. I think he lost like 2 fights.
Right.
Remember when he was trying to like
Yeah.
outstrike people?
Right.
And, you know, I mean, it feels great knocking somebody out for sure. But it's also as cool just to whisper in their ear, you know, you're about to go to sleep and you know,
Yeah, right.
but yeah. And you know, I mean, that's what he's known for. You know, outside of the UFC, when he's done, his money's going to come from doing seminars and his academies and that kind of stuff. So why take that damage, or why try to make your name in a different sport, you know, boxing or Muay Thai or whatever, when jiu-jitsu is your thing, you know?
It's true. Yeah. Here's the end.
There
I
we
wonder,
go.
I wonder if
Let's
they're
turn
gonna,
this up. Let's volume this.
I wonder if.
Can we play this?
Yeah, we can play.
Why not? You have a subscription. You can do whatever you want.
Okay.
But I don't think there's only 40 seconds left, so I think they don't have the.
Oh, it's on
interviews after
here.
this.
I was so mad when I saw this.
They'll play the interview live,
They don't play the
but they
interview
don't
in
play the
replay.
interview on the
No,
replay.
they don't play the interview.
Oh, really?
Unless we watch the whole event, and they don't let you fast forward the whole event.
Yeah,
Isn't that
annoying.
bullshit?
Yeah, but you can even see. Look, he walks out of the cage.
That's right.
They couldn't find him for a minute because they wanted to talk to him. They couldn't find him, and then he's face down. Yeah, they need to fix that.
Yeah. So what happened? What happened was they announced Jake Shields as the winner,
And then he runs out.
He goes out of the. He goes out of the cage, and
Dylan goes out of the cage.
Dylan goes out of the
Yeah.
cage, and Jake, you know, had the mic, and he's like, "Come on, buddy, come
Yeah.
on, don't do that," you know.
Yeah.
And then Jake was very respectable
Yeah.
in his interview,
Yeah.
and that's when I think Dylan came back in because he's
Well,
like, if
but
Jake's going to talk shit, I'm going to look
He's
like
also going to lose a lot of money. You know, if you look at, he's wearing show your roll, right? And
Yeah.
Bear's super chill guy, super humble. You know, I don't know if you guys have ever met him or talked to him or whatever.
No, I haven't.
But he's not going to deal with that. You don't need that on your brand. As a brand owner, I don't want that guy. I don't care how good he is at you could be the best in the world. I don't need that. I don't
Yeah.
want that. I don't need parents emailing me, this guy's a, you know, dirt bag. Why
Right.
why are you behind him? I don't, you know,
Right.
I got enough stuff to deal with.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't need that. And that's the thing. I mean, you look at it, he gets thrown out of his gym. He gets called out on all sorts of MMA fights and turns them down. he didn't get a win bonus for this for sure, and he probably lost sponsorship money for the way he acted. You know, so it's like, what's left at that point?
Right.
You know, you could be the best at anything, but if you're gonna be a true champion, win like a champion, lose like a champion, right?
Right.
Yeah.
It happens. We all lose.
Right.
It's part of what we do. You accept that risk when you accept a fight, a match, anything. You know, anything can happen. And yeah, I was really, really turned off by that. It was,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he still training with
No.
McGregor?
Marcelo?
No, with McGregor.
I don't
He's
know.
back in New York, from what I understand. I don't think he's in Vegas with McGregor, and plus McGregor's getting ready for boxing, so he's not training.
Is that
MMA.
fight? Is
And
that happening in that fight?
McGregor
Yeah.
took his loss like a man.
Yeah,
Oh, fuck yeah, he did.
dude, he took it. Yeah,
Showed
he came
up to-
back. I mean, he said he wanted a rematch, but he did it the right way.
Yeah.
Not, hey, you know, you got lucky. Like, let's do this again. you
Right,
know?
right.
You beat
Yeah.
me, I'm going to come back better.
And that's the thing. So Grappling Industries. Yeah, did you see this? This guy wearing
No.
a blindfold. This was this weekend at Kakuto in Atlanta. They
Black
Dude,
belt
great
wears
tournament, man.
blindfold too.
These guys give away a ton of money, both to men and women, in their absolute. Tubby Santana, one of the girls we sponsor, she's won this 3 years in a row.
What tournament is this?
It's called Kakuto. It's in Atlanta.
Kakuto.
Taylor actually fought on this.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, she
Okay.
fought in the finals against Tubby. And
Tubby?
Tubby, Amanda Santana, black
Okay,
belt.
yeah.
Super, super talented girls. I think she got her black belt in 5 years.
Wow.
She just fought in Abu Dhabi. She fought Rodolfo's sister in the finals, and she's a killer, dude. Super talented, super smiley, and just always positive. That's actually where we met her. We were at their event a couple of years ago. We met her there, and she won their absolute and their invite. She won like $3,000 at their tournament, you know. So yeah,
Jeez.
and she just won again another $1,000 this past weekend.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she's a killer.
So what's this guy wearing?
So I saw this on Facebook. Like,
Yeah.
people are like,
He's really good.
yeah.
He won, I think, the absolute. if
did
I'm
he
not
really?
mistaken. Yeah,
Yeah,
he won
so
last year,
black
too.
belt wears a blindfold to a tournament, like, and there were people were taking polls on Facebook, like, is this bad, poor sportsmanship or whatever?
Looks like it's John.
Let's go get him. Hey, John, where were you this weekend?
It looks like John Tuto. It looks like that Daniel O'Brien guy.
That's the guy who he fought in, what do you call it, didn't he? In not Polaris, in
EBI?
AJ. No, AJ. Didn't AJ fight? Who's a big guy we were talking about that he?
Yeah.
That he was getting slapped around by?
No, that's not him.
Yeah.
Daniel O'Brien is
Tank, the CrossFit champion of the world / jiu-jitsu guy, right? Isn't he? He's super huge, isn't he?
Who?
Daniel O'Brien.
is he? I don't know. Are we talking about the same guy? Because I'm talking about that dude with the ponytail who has
Steven
the real
Seagal?
flowy jiu-jitsu.
Daniel Strauss. Is that who it was? Daniel Strauss versus AJ. Isn't that the really big dude? That's the thick guy.
I knew his
yeah.
name was Daniel.
Yeah, Daniel
messed up the
Strauss.
last name there.
That dude. Yeah.
He's a tank.
Yeah,
Look at
he's
him.
a fucking tank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you make of this, Nick? This blindfold thing?
I think it's a publicity stunt. I think, it's. I have my guys at the gym roll eyes closed all the time.
I do it myself.
I think it's super important. I think it's, you watch in on the beginning of your podcast when Van Damme's talking. Remember at the beginning of that when he's blindfolded, digging for the fish, all
Right.
that kind of stuff. I think it's important. It gives you a different sense. You have to use different senses, I should say, to roll. I think this is just publicity. I think he's again building his name or getting it out there more. I mean, how many hits did this get on YouTube? A couple 100,000 probably by now. So that's good for him at 5 cents a pop. I mean, he's doing all right this week. So
That's true.
but I mean, good guy. I've met him. I don't know his name. I met him at Kakuto. I think he won last year and the year before. Really good jiu-jitsu. So it's not one of those things like I'm better than you. He never came off that way. But I forgot his name. But I'm sure. He got a ton
is
of
it that
hits.
impressive though? I mean, you don't.
Yeah,
I
it
don't
looks like you
use-
can see through that.
I don't use my eyes. I mean, how often do you use your eyesight though? I mean,
Sometimes to gauge distance if I'm
suppose-
grabbing something,
okay.
or if that leg's coming across your face,
Right.
like if they're trying to, pummel their legs back in or whatever, then for sure. But there's Tubby sitting right there.
Yeah,
on the
there it
floor.
is.
There she is.
Daniel O'Brien.
It is him. There
Yeah.
you go. Look at it.
Kinda know what I'm talking about,
Hey, I
dude.
like it.
Yeah, you're right, Daniel. Yeah, he was an EBI. That's right. Yeah, he's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. They run a good tournament down there for sure. They, like I said, they're one of those tournaments that gives back a ton to the community, which is awesome. They did last year, the one Taylor fought in, I think it was like an 8-woman invite. And they had Tubby was there. She was a brown belt at the time. Karen Antunes was there, black belt for Checkmat. Taylor was there. there were 2 other black and brown belts there too. So I mean, it was a really stacked division.
Yeah.
You know, but they really put on a good event. You know, we just had way too much going on this weekend to go down and support that one.
Yeah.
So
It's tough. There's so many events going on. We got Worlds coming up.
yeah,
And
it's gonna be crazy.
yeah, you're going down for that, right?
Just to hang out.
Yeah.
you know,
We're not gonna sell. You're not. No.
dude,
nothing.
IBJJF wants like $20,000 to set up a booth for the week.
Shut up.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to, but that's just not that's a bad business decision.
20.
You know.
What the fuck?
Think about how many shirts I have to sell. I have to sell 1,000 T-shirts at $20 a pop just to cover their cost. That doesn't even include the cost of the T-shirts,
Right.
travel, any of that stuff.
Oh, right.
Employees, shipping shirts out, all this stuff. That's
do
could
the-
we do it? It's doable for sure, but I'm not. I'd rather go put 20 G's on black and
Yeah,
write
right.
that in there if I'm going to make money or lose money.
Right.
Exactly.
I'm not trying to grind it out for 4 days to find out I lost.
Right.
Yeah.
That's true. But they have people out there doing it, right?
They do. Fighters Market is there. Corral's there. But
Those are big. Those are really big companies. Though, right?
I think there's
There's
deals done in
under the
Brazil
table.
that I'm not
That's right.
privy to. They're like, you're a white boy from Chicago, gringo.
give us 20 G's.
Yeah, of course, but even like the Chicago Open, they want like 1,500, right? That doesn't make sense. They put you upstairs
do.
in that corner.
You couldn't even see. Like
what I'm saying. It doesn't-
if I didn't go walk around,
Yeah.
I would never see some of those booths. And there was like
Yeah.
no one at those
Yeah,
booths.
there's Fuji there, and then there
Yeah,
was
nobody.
Yeah.
Mark Vives is running around up there, and that's
yeah,
it.
That's
exactly.
it.
Just
He's
getting
the only
angry,
one.
just
Yeah.
punching things. I love Mark.
He's so
nuts.
great, man. When I saw him up there, like I was changing after
don't-
my
don't
match.
talk to him.
No, he was just
Never.
running. I'm looking at him. He just gives me the head nod.
Yeah.
Like, all right, man, just keep
Uh,
going, bro.
he's-
He's
Yeah,
getting in the
but
zone.
But if you look at him, it goes from a head nod to he's going to shoot a double on you.
Yeah, dude.
he's going to warm up. Yeah, he's pretty
good.
intense, man. He does this punch them. I don't know
Yeah,
what it is.
it's
He
fucking
gets-
great.
Yeah,
It's fucking great. I love it. Like,
he's like a little character.
He is.
like a, little,
Totally. I was just thinking the exact
like a
same
Dragon
thing.
Ball Z. Just
Yes.
powers up and
Yeah. He's
So did you get a
fantastic.
booth this year? Or
Where?
At the Chicago Open?
No, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
1,500.
Right.
I'm all about, again, supporting events, supporting fighters, supporting, gyms, all kinds of stuff. But, if they're going to charge you $1,500 and then sell their own shirts
They do.
on the main floor,
On the main floor,
for like
right.
$5 from
Right.
past events, like put me on the main floor for
Yeah.
$1,500, I might think about it.
Right.
You know,
Right.
but and even then, it's probably a loss. But it's worth experimenting to see.
Yeah.
I've paid more for worse ideas. And.
I saw you at the Fit Expo for Gracie
I was there,
Regionals.
yeah,
How did
yeah.
that turn out for you?
So it's kind of a weird event. There's the tournament didn't really get marketed well. I think they reached out to a handful of gyms instead of really marketing it months out and trying to draw a ton of people. And they can. I mean, they have a great space there. Rose Gracie's behind it. She's amazing. So and
The rule set's cool. I mean,
Yeah.
but it just turned out to be brutal. I mean, I cut a few pounds to get
Sure.
down to 55.
Sure.
I was a blue belt at the time.
Sure.
And then they ended up
What are you now?
a purple belt.
Are you?
Yeah.
Hold on. When did you get that?
Shit, I don't know.
October.
Really?
No, October. Okay,
October.
so
Nice,
was that 7
congrats.
months ago?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I cut weight for 55. I mean, just a couple of pounds. I was
Yeah.
so close, but still, it's the effort. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. I show up. They bumped me to 170
Yeah.
purple belt division.
Yeah.
Like that's how fucked they were. Like they bumped me up a division and
It was slim pickings.
weight class.
Yeah, it was-
and then I had to fight. And then I had 2 matches, and one of them was a teammate.
That sucks.
Yeah, I was like, this
From
tournament
Andres or
sucks.
from 10th Planet?
10th Planet.
Nice. Yeah, again, if they market it, I think it could be great. The expo itself is great. We had a lot of people at the booth that were like, we didn't even know there was a tournament going on. I mean, jiu-jitsu guys that were just walking, checking out supplements or whatever. And so it turned out all right. Fight Chicks was there. I love when they're there. Jake's a good dude. But I don't think there were any other clothing companies. I think it was just the two of us. And, I think if they marketed that tournament, it could do really, really well. I know at the Fit Expo, I think it was 2 weeks ago, they didn't even have a tournament there. So, they pulled it from this year.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Rose will do LA. We'll be out there for that one with her. And then she does Anaheim. And she gets huge turnouts, like 700-800 people at those events. So
Yeah, I got a text regarding Gracie Worlds.
Yeah.
That's what they're calling it.
Yeah, in August I think it
Yeah.
is or something.
Isn't that? But I got a text message, like a.
So if you
like
put
a
your
spam.
I
number
got
in,
that too.
yeah,
Did you
so
get that?
Yeah.
It was an image of that image.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the poster, whatever it is.
Yeah, that poster.
it's like
I
a
was
black and
shocked.
white
I'm like,
poster.
wow, how the fuck did I get that? Why
Yeah,
are they spamming
yeah.
my phone? Gracie
Probably,
Regionals?
probably when you
Come on,
either
Rose.
registered or something like that
Yeah.
from before. You know,
Well,
they're-
it's getting bad. I'm just gonna say, because I don't know if everyone else has experienced this, but instantly when I sign up for anything online,
Yeah.
my fucking phone rings.
Why
And
don't
it's
you have a
someone trying to
Google
sell
number?
me shit. I don't fucking know. I mean, I have an office, so I use my office phone,
Oh, that's even
and then
worse.
fucking they start calling here, and Bruno, he's got to answer. He's like, it's another fucking,
boss. You're like, look, I don't need another secretary. I got one of those.
it's so fucking.
Just
it's,
get a
it's
Google number,
it's,
man.
It's
and
so
it goes
bad.
right to your email.
But Google is calling me.
No,
That's the problem.
Don't set it up on your phone.
Oh,
so
that's not a problem.
have the number and you just get the email notification. You know,
Yeah.
so I have my kind of burner Google number that I never
Yeah, you do.
even check. I
Right.
don't care. You know,
It's
Like-
bad. It's really these. I have the I put an account on my phone, like a contact called telemarketer,
Yeah.
and I have like it's got to
To
be over
block call or
100.
whatever,
Yeah, block
yeah.
them all. It's got to be
Yeah.
over 100. It's
Yeah.
fucking.
Yeah.
It's getting worse and worse. But who the fuck is falling for these things? Like
Dude,
who is
people, for
Who
sure.
is like, I really can get that. Oh yeah, okay, let's talk. Like
Yeah.
they're not. It's,
yeah.
It's so annoying.
The warranty on my car's up. I get that one all the time.
Do you?
Yes.
You get that call
all the
It's
time.
Best. I'm
don't
like,
get
I don't
that.
even own a car. They're like, oh, sorry, and they hang up on
Yeah.
you. I'm like, come on, man. You know,
It's bad. I mean, I wish I had time to fuck with them. Like when they
Oh, I
call.
do.
I just
It's
can't.
so
I'm just like,
great.
I just get so annoyed.
Yeah, you're on the road a lot.
all the
You're
time.
just
Dude,
driving.
I mess with people all the time on the road. It's the best. Like you ever see Teody, one of our guys? He's amazing. He's one of our purple belts at the gym and kind of my right hand guy. When he's on the road, he always knocks out in the car, and I'm always Snapchatting him and Instagram. He's sleeping, drooling on himself and stuff. And he gets so mad when he wakes up. But it's part of the game, you know.
Auto insurance quote. That's
Yeah,
another one I
that's
get
a good
like,
one.
every day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But it's a real person though too. It's like,
Oh, really?
Who has this job?
Dude, get their callback number, and then report that.
Oh yeah.
Or put it on like Craigslist, like put like a low priced item and put that number so they're getting flooded with calls so
Right.
they can't call out now.
That's
How do you
fucking
like
funny.
it?
You know what I mean?
That's good. That's
Yeah.
clever. I didn't think about
That's
that.
what you do to people you hate.
That's fucking funny.
I may or may not have done that to people.
Put up BJJ Tees.
See what's happening.
See
Yeah,
what's
you
happening.
we're gonna see how ugly my website is. I'm gonna get
shit.
critiqued really bad here.
Yeah, you are. Zito's gonna be like, we got to fix
He's
this.
just gonna slide me a paper with an invoice for like 10 grand. And be like, hey,
Yeah, half the price of the IBJJF. We'll give you a deal, Nick.
I can't. It's unbelievable. I can't believe like I wanted to do the New York Nogi Worlds. It was last year. And I don't know if you guys remember, they canceled it, and then it was back on, and then it was back off because the venue had some sort of issue going on or something. So the week of it, they email everyone. They're like, hey, we're back up and running, blah, blah, blah. So I call them. I was like, hey, we want to come out. And they're like, yeah, it'd be $1,500 for the day. And I was like, what? I was like, how many competitors do you have? They're like 700. I go, that doesn't even make sense, like, and they're like, that's our price. If you like it, you do. If you don't, whatever. And I was like, okay, whatever. There we go. Look at the black on black.
I love
I
that.
like it.
Yeah,
That's pretty dope.
that's not. Yeah, we just put some stuff on sale on here too.
Did you? It's a nice website. What's
So
the what's the back
Nick
end?
brought us some swag. We have a Chicago Grapplers hat right here. I like this.
The back end is WordPress.
So you did WooCommerce?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's the
nice.
best. It's so easy, dude. That's the new. Those two are brand new.
With
That
the
acai-
Acai?
Dude,
That's
are you
pretty
gonna sell
dope.
acai at the shop?
So we can.
It's
I
gonna
will
be
probably
like a
stock some.
jujitsu
It's
hangout,
gonna be a
isn't it?
it's
Oh,
gonna-
yeah.
You guys are gonna move this there.
Right. Remember like the
That's the goal.
skate shop?
Yeah.
Back when you used to
Sure.
skate? Is that
Exactly.
what you're
That's
it's
kind
gonna
of
be
the
like
idea.
that?
I mean, I just want a place that people come hang out.
Chill. Yeah.
They're gonna come hang out and they're like, "Hey, do you need help?" They'll start packing orders, and all of a sudden it's like the day's done. Everyone did a little bit of work. Let's go eat. Let's go whatever.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of the goal. I kind of want to just make it somewhere. Yeah.
That just roll BJ that athletics. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, we
That's
we try to
awesome.
have fun with all our stuff.
That gray hat's nice too.
If you go up to the top, you can search by brands. You can see some of the stuff we carry by some of the brands. Chocoloha is just launching a whole bunch of new stuff. So a lot of their stuff.
Chocoloha, I love that.
Yeah, she's all Leah out of Hawaii. Well, formerly out of Hawaii. So we've got the Ome Jiu-Jitsu.
That's cool.
Wait, why is
Cauliflower
Chocoloha not
Nation.
on there? Yeah,
What's going
Should
on?
be up there. There's a
Is
there's a
cauliflower
tag-
culture still around?
I don't know.
They had a cool logo.
They did the CC or
The
whatever
CC,
it was. It was
yeah.
pretty cool. I talked to them a couple times, and they wanted to know if we'd carry their stuff here in the States because I think they're out of Guam or somewhere. And,
Right. Yeah.
good guys. I mean, I just think that they invested so heavily in like MMA and all this crazy stuff, and their product never got out there. And I see that same mistake with a lot of brands. A lot of brands will just dump a ton of money into saying, "Hey, we got to sponsor Andre Galvao."
Right.
Like, why? What is the upside of that? Like, just because he's wearing your stuff doesn't mean you're going to get sales. It never translates. It just. I wish it did, but it just doesn't.
Yeah.
And so a lot of these guys make that mistake.
I mean, what do you think War Tribe is giving Kyotera?
And Mackenzie Dern.
$35 to $4 a month, I would say.
A month.
A month.
Okay.
Easily. If I had to guess.
And that includes what? Like one photo shoot every
no,
quarter?
That includes like they run your life kind of.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, if I'm giving somebody $3,500 a month, I mean, if you look at Kyle's guy, and Kyle's amazing. I just saw him at Fight to Win too. And, if you look at all his students now, they're all wearing War Tribe.
Okay.
So it works for sure, and he knows how to push it. I mean, he's a business guy, on top of one of the best grapplers we'll ever see in our lives. But, for them, it's like, okay, you got a X amount of posts, X amount of, tweets, all this different stuff every single day, photo shoots on demand. You have to show up and do autographs, it's, so you're no longer on your time, you're on their time, so, they're spending quite a bit of money, but their new gis are really cool.
Yeah.
I dig their new
and free
that
gear.
Adam gi.
I mean, you're not really busting your ass though either. You know what I mean? Like I've done
but-
real work.
Oh yeah.
I'll go and sign some fucking
Dude, it's
gis.
terrible. No, you don't want to do that.
Oh really?
Oh, it's the worst. But here's the thing. What if you're prepping for Worlds, right? And they're like, hey, Kyle, we need you in, I don't know, Denver on Tuesday to do a signing at a GNC. Right. Now, in the middle of your camp. You know what I'm saying?
It's like that though?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's so BSN, who sponsored just about everybody in the UFC, they had Health Kick here in Morton Grove, which most of us buy our supplements from. He had Cain Velasquez out, right? And Cain showed up in the middle. It was like 3 weeks out from his fight. He was kind of pissy because he was cutting weight. Super nice to everybody, but like when he's like, hey, I need a break, he's in the back and you get to see he was kind of like irritated. He ate a platter of sushi like this big and then went back to it. He's like, dude, I just want to be home training, right. and that's, I guess when you're getting in that mindset for a fight or a match or a tournament, right. You don't want to be bothered, but then again, if somebody's paying, your rent, your car, and
you can
everything
say no.
else,
you can certainly say no.
You can, but then the other option. Now you need another, 30 students to make up that money, so, but it's weird. I mean, a lot of these guys, a lot of these companies, that have deep pockets, they don't really put a lot out there. I mean, some of these high-end guys or high-end grapplers are, making $300-400 a month from some of their sponsors, which is not a ton of money if you think about it. For what they do, sure they get 10 gis a year or whatever it is, but at the end of the year they're making $6,000, and really, what is that? You can't live on $6,000. That's not even. Your grocery bill for the month is probably like $400 or $500, especially when you get to that level and you're eating super clean. You're getting
5 times a day.
Yeah. So you're spending $150, $200 a week probably just on groceries. So, it's weird, but the industry's still very young. It's still, we're all still just trying to figure it out, trying to figure out what makes sense, what you can afford as a company, what you can't afford, and, as you grow, you get calls from some of these top end guys that say, I want this. And I'm like, I want to give you that, but it just doesn't make sense. Like, am I going to put the stress on myself and my guys for your benefit? You know? So, I always say, if I'm going to pay you this, can you do X amount in return for me? And they can't answer that. They don't know, I mean, some of our athletes really, really push the product, and then we have others, that do what they do, but for the most part, our entire crew is just super, super solid. Everybody supports us, we support them, and we do what we can, we try to really take care of our athletes however we can. I wish we were, a $20 million a year company so I could be like, hey, everybody, private jet, we're going to Worlds, let's go. We rented this big house in Southern California for the week, but we're not there yet. I think
Right.
one day.
That'd be cool.
That'd be real cool.
Can I
for
get
sure.
on that jet?
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
Let's do it.
I mean, companies like Tap Out, who came out back in the day,
Oh,
I
so
mean,
big.
They got so huge, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, so it's totally
not
possible.
impossible.
It's totally
Yeah.
possible.
I
you know?
think the
But
world
is
of
it-
jiu-jitsu is way smaller.
It is way smaller, but I mean, you know, it's growing
For sure.
And
For sure.
I think if you stay parallel with like the UFC
Yeah.
and that brand
Yeah.
model,
Yeah.
But I mean, looking at Tap Out, and they started out selling them, in
Yeah.
parking lots,
Yeah.
right at the end of the event, they're just out there, fucking just hustling,
Yeah.
you know.
Same
So-
thing. I mean, I still have all. Do you remember their show? You remember that Tap Out show they did? That was, I think it was on MTV or TBS or FX or one of
Yeah.
these stations, and I still have all of them saved. You know, I go back and I rewatch them. I mean, what those guys did was amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, they were in the right place at the right time for sure. You know, but they were also just good guys with a real good mindset. You know, and got involved with good people. You know, at the beginning, and I mean, that's really what we're trying to do. I mean, I look at them and like Ruka and a couple other companies as like that model of like what we want to do. And
Ruka,
you know,
yeah.
Ruka's
I
awesome.
mean, they're amazing. Those guys are. They're everywhere, and they do everything. You know, jiu-jitsu, surfing, skate, snowboard. You know, you name it, they're involved in all of that. You know, and their shirts are nothing crazy.
No.
Simple,
Just
four
clean.
little letters. You know,
It's beautiful though.
Yeah.
it is. I mean, I have a lot of their stuff.
I've been
and
wearing their stuff for a long time.
Yeah.
fucking great.
yeah,
It's really
and,
good
and
quality.
nothing crazy.
No,
a $40 T-shirt.
yeah.
You know,
But it's. I mean, I'm just I like that. I like certain things that attract me, like design wise, and their
Sure.
clean design.
Sure.
That's why it fits so well with the AOJ and the show.
Yeah.
It fits.
Yeah.
Like talk about a marriage there.
Oh. Oh.
It's just like so perfect.
Yeah.
Their
All
gym
that
is
is so
insane.
perfect.
Right.
So
And
nice.
like you could wear Ruka and people could be like, okay, well he's into surf or he's
Yeah,
into grappling or
yeah,
something
yeah.
like that. You're like,
Yeah.
but you could also just wear it if you're a
Yeah,
regular guy.
absolutely.
Like if you wear a Tap Out shirt or Affliction, they're like,
They're
oh, this
awesome.
isn't MMA.
Hey, that guy's awesome.
Yeah.
That's where Affliction.
MMA douchebag, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's still around Affliction.
They are. So
That's what's awesome about Just Roll because you could
Hey.
get skate going too.
all of it,
you know?
exactly. And that's, that's why we want to do skate, surf at some point, just kind of get into all of it, and that's, I guess our thing is like, how far can jiu-jitsu take us, right? It'll take us far for sure.
Sure.
But I think, and you even look at Show Your Roll, right? They're doing stuff with Ruka. They're doing stuff with Undefeated. All these other brands. So they're branching out in other markets as well. So I think they realize that. I would say probably in the world, 500,000 people, maybe a million people do jiu-jitsu. I don't even think it's that high, but if I had to guess, 500,000 or 600,000 people.
Okay.
So if everybody buys one shirt,
Right. Yeah.
that's if.
That's it. Right.
So.
But now, so I just don't want to. When I first heard about Just Roll and
Sure.
then BJ, so BJJ Tees is just a website.
That's
not the brand name
No.
or the company name.
No, so the company is BJJ Tees.
The company's BJJ.
And,
Okay.
Just Roll is our in-house brand.
Okay.
And like I said, we're carrying several different brands, and we're going to add to that. I want it to be kind of, just a one-stop shop for jiu-jitsu guys. That
Right.
want just gear, from independent brands. I don't want to carry, Hayabusa. All these big brands. Yeah, I mean, they're fine doing their own thing.
Yeah.
And plus they don't really produce gear. They're primarily gis. They do have T-shirts, but
Yeah.
whatever. But they're big enough companies; they can do their own thing. I want these independent guys that are out struggling.
Well, this one here that I pulled up,
This is Def City. So this is one of our guys.
Def City.
Yeah. So this is one of our black belts, Ed Reyes, real good guy, real. You can kind of see, in his designs, real, cool designs. A lot of tag, a lot of
Very tag, yeah, very-
He's old school, man.
Very
Ed's-
Cicero-ish.
Yeah, he just got his Cicero. Nice. He just got his black belt under Mark. So good guy. Him and I came up training together. And it's just a side project that he started. I was like, dude, we'll throw it on the site. Who
That's
cares?
cool.
So
It's really cool.
just super clean.
What's the name? What is that? What is that name?
Which one?
What does it stand for?
Oh, you gotta look it up,
Bro.
You gotta see what it's about. Look up
pretty
the
cool.
meaning of it.
It's cool. I mean, I think
Yeah.
it's really neat.
He's real clever. He's the one that designed the crossface shirt right there. He he's done a couple of designs where he'll send them to me and he's like, hey, what do you think? I was like, let's put them up. Whatever. But Ed's a really, really good dude. Super talented. Real good eye for design. You know, he helps a lot. He actually did Monaco's stuff back in the day. He did his website and all kinds of stuff way back in the day.
Fucking cool.
So, you know, he helped him with his design. Scott from Braza 360 up in Milwaukee, he did all his stuff, you know. So he does a lot of design work for a lot of the gyms. And, you know, he's got a bunch of other stuff, which I think we're out of stock on. He did a bunch of, like, that shirt is one of my favorite shirts he ever did.
This one right here?
Yeah, that was one of the T-shirts that he did way back when.
Oh, I thought that was just his logo. That's actually shirt design.
That's a shirt.
As well?
Yeah, it's a 4-color design with glow in the dark ink. It was pretty cool.
Come on.
Yeah,
that's
what I mean.
cool.
But that's Ed. He's like, yo, can we do glow in the dark? I was like, maybe. I was like, let's look into it.
See,
you know?
I like that. That's really clever. It's good.
Have you looked into going out and setting up a booth for like an EBI event?
So I've talked to Eddie. We're actually, it's funny you say that. I'm actually redesigning all the shirts for EBI right now. So yeah, I've got a bunch of the designs done for combat jiu-jitsu, not EBI. Okay. So, you know, they're I think
it needs help, that combat one.
Yeah,
it definitely does.
So, but I think they're trying to transition the name, you know, from EBI to like combat jiu-jitsu or something, you know. So I think, I don't know.
Well, EBI is the tournament name.
That's the tournament, yeah. But it's, you know, I think the UFC's dumping a ton of money into this now.
Yeah.
So I think they kind of, you know, when they give you a lot of money, they're like, what if we go this direction a little bit? You know, they want to make it that more corporate type.
Gotcha.
Which is good for Eddie. I mean, he's amazing, dude.
Yeah.
I see him every time we're in Southern California. You know, he's actually, I think he has our choke dealer hat. He was wearing it at one of the events.
Yeah.
But super sharp guy, man. So
it's not always about flat Earth.
What's that?
It's not always about flat Earth.
It might be. But yeah, so we've talked about going out there. It's just, you know, we now have a hub in California, so we can fly in. You know, we have everything waiting there for us. So
you do? Okay.
We're probably going to start doing a couple of them. You know, typically at those events, you'll see like Nawaz's there, and you know they got some cool stuff. We've seen them at a couple events.
He's another one that confuses me a little bit because it's not Nawaz anymore. Now it's Jiu-Jitsu Collective Apparel.
Well, no,
like
he sold his end. Travis.
Is that what he did? Okay.
Travis sold out to Casey, who owns 10th Planet Orange County and all that stuff.
All those ones, right?
Him, Dan. I forgot the other two guys' name. I think Chris is one. There's like 4 guys behind it, and that there's like one guy who does all the printing, who they're always making fun of online and stuff.
Okay.
So there's like 4 or 5 of these guys that bought them out. You know, and they're taking it kind of, I guess, in a different direction than Travis was kind of going with it.
Okay.
And, you know, they're doing their own thing. They got cool designs, clean designs, you know, just they obviously appeal to that 10th Planet crew because that's their background, you know.
Right.
So a lot of their designs are no-gi or, you know, the footlocks and that kind of stuff. So, you know, but they have really, really cool stuff. They have a huge following in Southern California.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you go down there and it's everywhere, you know, so it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to break in there, but
I like that name, American Jiu-Jitsu Collective.
Yeah, he's got some cool designs. The tiger with
the tiger with.
Yeah,
it's very like, you know, that old school.
Yeah.
You know, I like that.
He's an interesting dude, man.
I like that.
Travis is. He's got a good mind for this, like this industry. You know, but I don't know where he's teaching. I think he's up in the high desert now, teaching somewhere like hour and a half or something outside of LA, up in the mountains. And you know, where he's teaching doesn't look super big anymore. But I mean, he was kind of on the scene forever, and then he kind of pulled away from it all. And you know, I don't know the backdrop of it all, so you know, but I know he sold the company or his share. He brought these guys in or something, but I don't think he has anything to do with it anymore. So,
what market do you do the best in?
It depends. I mean, this is home. Like we get a ton of support here. You know, people will buy things even when they don't need them, want them, or anything, just to show love. California is great. You know, there's just so many events. You know, I mean, we were out there 2-3 weeks ago, and we did the ADCC West Coast Trials, and we did another tournament in the same day, and both were slammed. You know, we're going out there in a couple of weeks and doing 2 tournaments in one day. You know, and both will have 1,000 people at them. So, you know, California gets the masses. So it's hard to say, you know, like you go East Coast or even the Midwest, a big tournament here to us is 400 people. They're like, that's an every weekend tournament, you know. So it really depends. But, you know, we get a lot of love in the Midwest for sure. I would say the South, like Dallas, Oklahoma, get a lot of love down there. And then California is we're breaking in, you know. I mean, that was our goal for 2017, really getting into that market. We've been there 6 times this year, and we'll go back probably another dozen before the year's up. So, you know, just hit some of these big events and just try to continue.
What about heading down to Brazil?
So now you have to deal with import export, so you're eating up a lot of your money there. And there's just not a ton of money down there. You go to the tournaments there, the shirts sell for nothing. They sell for like $8 US, so.
But have you thought about creating a just roll in like Portuguese?
So we have, some of the Brazilians we work with here and some that live in Brazil, so we send the gear down there and they're like, hey, can you send me more? So for us, it's more, I'll just send them with like 30 or 40 shirts and hoods and hats or whatever, and just let them sell it to their friends and keep the money to travel for a tournament or whatever, So I think at some point, once we grow big enough, it'd be cool to do a shop down there. But right now, I don't think that there's enough money to really support, going into that market. Right now our focus is Canada and Australia and then Europe by the end of the year. So, we'll just kind of get into those areas that, will support it and have the money to support it. And then we can kind of go from there.
Would you keep it in English though? All your shirts?
Yeah,
or would you,
for sure.
Would you
It'd
translate
be like Ruka.
to?
Think about Ruka.
Right.
You know, I mean, they're not going to change it whatever country they go into. And
But sometimes like Gracie will put some stuff out in Portuguese and stuff like that.
all their stuff is all like the Gracie Bajas. It's all in the the Team Gracie patches that they all wear. I don't know that I would change it. Because down there, same thing. They say let's roll. Whatever.
Right.
And a lot of them speak English or. So I don't think that I would change anything down there. I think we would have to make some shirts that are geared towards that jiu-jitsu culture. There's a lot of sayings they use that we don't use here, or if you have a Brazilian instructor, they'll throw it out there once in a while or whatever. But, there's a lot of stuff as we go to California more and more, we're training out there. Actually, TOD was just training with Buchecha this weekend, which was awesome. They just posted a picture on Instagram of that. He looks like a little midget next to him, but you hear these things and you're like, what does that mean? Like, what is that saying? What is that word? And then they explain it to you and you're like, okay, now we got to make a t-shirt for this. And so there's, there's things we'd have to work on going into those other markets, but I don't think I would get away from the just roll. I think that's, again, our brand. That would be, that staple, of everything. But some of the funnier stuff we do, we'd have to, kind of figure it out as we go, for sure.
So another brand that you carry, I see up there, is Old Man Jiu-Jitsu.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so that is a guy I met probably like 4 years ago now. He's out of California. He's out of the San Jose area. He has won Pans, Worlds. He just got his brown belt not too long ago. Wrestled high school, college, wrestled in the military, I believe. I don't know. But really good dude, and just kind of wanted to make something for his age group, like that
That's
Masters
cool.
4. And
How old is he?
He is, I think, 43 or 44, somewhere in there. Ed Solis.
So it's a very niche
guy.
market inside an
yeah.
already very niche market.
Yeah. But he does well with it. He moves a lot of shirts.
Does he?
And you'll see like the military green and the OD brown. You'll see these colors because he's military and he kind of wants to stick to that a little bit. And
Right.
some of the fonts are kind of military-esque and. But then you have the Spectre Elders, shirt and stuff. And, so, and again, he's found, his path with this, and it's a brand we carry and produce for him as well. We do all the shirts, hats, hoodies. They make gis. He does 4 gis a year. Yeah. Wow. He'll drop 4 rash guards a year. So, just, again, another independent brand within, this market, and Martial Arts Tees. That's actually what got me started. And you'll see some of our wackier shirts on there, and
you do the protect your neck. Like you can do that. That's okay to use that.
What? I don't know what that is.
Yeah,
I've never heard of this badge.
I own that T-shirt.
Yeah, there you
Do
go.
you really?
Do
Yeah.
you? Did you get it from us?
Yeah.
Nice. Awesome.
Yeah, and I have
Thank you.
I have a Just Roll one I bought
Nice.
from you at Gracie Regionals too.
Oh, nice. Awesome. Yeah, so you'll see. I mean, some of these ones that we've done, over the years.
This one is incorrect, by the way. So
Why?
I don't know because you can't really use because it's Bravo, man. It's not Dars anymore. We gotta go Bravo chokes.
Yeah,
Dude, those are dope.
Bravo Vader.
Bravo Vader.
I'll tell you, Jeff Glover's the master of that stuff. If you guys ever get to roll with him, he hits them from like the bottom of north-south on you. He's a beast, that dude.
Yeah,
I think there's a good
John
Planet one
Mejia.
in here.
John Mejia does that too.
Yeah, he does.
If you go to the main site, go to martialartstees.com. You'll see a good. And I sent one to Uncle Hanach a while back.
Which
Let's
t-shirt?
see when we pull it up.
Oh,
here.
gotcha. Okay.
It's, that modern jiu-jitsu one did pretty well for us too.
Which one did?
The second one there.
Oh, this one here.
What's the one with the guy in the cap?
Hey, jiu-jitsu, when I hit you, then I stick you. That one?
Oh, that one, yeah.
So I click on t-shirts and
T-shirt of the week. That's pretty
yeah.
cool.
So, and this is a project that we've, kind of, it just gets tough coming up with a new shirt every week. We did.
Well, you can do throwbacks too, right?
Yeah, but then, it kind of doesn't encourage them to buy that
Yeah.
shirt that one time.
So which one is that one?
Keep going down. Go to like page 4 or 5.
The one you sent to Uncle Hanach?
Oh, yeah, this is a
Dude,
good one.
we went to a seminar with him at 10th Planet Lombard.
He's
What was
out
that,
of his mind.
a month ago?
Yeah.
He was awesome. I mean, it was fucking hilarious. And the technique was good, too.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
He's real
Have you ever
good.
been to one
He's
of his
no
seminars?
I've seen some of his outtakes on keep scrolling on YouTube.
I mean, why can't I load more than? Come on now, man. I should be able to load.
Second row all the way to the left. The rubber guard shirt.
That is so good.
That one.
Oh, that is brilliant. Who came up
Wow,
with that?
dude.
You
Is
did?
that still available?
Yeah, for sure.
Dude, that's great.
Notice how the black belt is a little bit larger than the others.
Is it slightly larger?
That's good. Rubber guard.
that's
Oh, that's
perfect.
brilliant.
Yeah,
If everyone wants to see this, you got to go to martialartees.com. It's page what? What page
think
are we on?
7, probably.
Yeah.
We could also
fucking
add that
awesome.
image to the show notes, too.
It's fucking good.
Yeah, and this is just back
Did
in
he,
the day.
did he
when
put it on? Did he wear it?
I sent him one. I got his address. We sent him some old man jiu-jitsu gear. I sent him some of our gear, a while back. And I mean, I don't really ever follow up like, hey, did you wear that shirt?
Like, if you
Right.
follow him on Instagram, did you see a post or anything like that?
Nah, he probably
know.
gets so much shit. His Instagram feed
yeah.
is fucking hilarious.
So, yeah.
It's basically just all ass.
Yeah,
Really.
dude.
It's all-
It's a lot of ass.
Just,
I love his broken English is so dead on, though.
It's so good.
I don't, he had to study to do
Of
that.
course.
It was,
Dude,
brilliant.
he did what? A 3-hour seminar or
Yeah.
a 2-hour seminar?
Didn't break.
Didn't
10th
break.
Planet here?
Didn't break at all. Yeah.
Tenth
And
Planet.
Lombard.
oh, really? Nice.
Didn't
didn't
break
break.
character.
After the seminar, he's super cool, man. Super
Yeah.
chill. He was handing out stickers. His
face?
Hinata, like full body stickers, right?
Oh, man.
Dude, Amber got a picture with him.
Yeah.
He's ruthless. What if Uncle Hanach grabs your ass? She's like, what? Okay. He like grabbed her ass for the photo.
Yeah, it was good.
He
It
like
was funny.
doesn't break character at all.
Well,
He
I mean, he's an
required,
actor full time, so.
but he required like a walk-in too.
Yeah, he
like
saw him.
Omar had to like introduce him like
Right.
he was like God, or like
He's wearing.
he
He's
play a
wearing
song?
that black belt with
yeah.
helmet.
A song came on and
yeah.
like a door swung open.
That's brilliant.
That one, right? Was that the song?
I don't know what song it was, but his
Did he
black
come out
belt
in
with
sh-
all the stripes.
Yeah,
Oh
did he
my
come out with
God.
shades too? Did he? I can't
don't
remember.
His show was. You guys remember his show?
I've seen it.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. He's the best.
Does he not do it anymore?
I think they lost their funding. If I had to guess, I mean, I don't know. Things like that
I
are
mean,
just.
what funding?
Click,
It's
click
him
on
on
that-
a fucking
Click on that
recliner.
second one. You'll dig that one too.
The Jits one. Oh,
No.
I can only.
It's jits all over.
Just so-
Oh my God, that's
You know,
fucking
you
hilarious.
guys are brutal, man.
Yeah.
That's great.
But I hate when people say that. Like, yo,
What?
we're going to jits, bro. I'm like, oh God,
I know.
I'll punch you in the face
Right.
so hard,
Hey, you guys want to watch Sug 4 after we hit Jits tonight?
bro.
Hey, bro, don't ever talk to me again. How about that?
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, some of these we've pulled over to like BJJ Tees, but some of them I just leave where they're at here.
So do you have to then market this martialartees.com and you just do a lot of like Google marketing with that or no?
No, I just kind of.
Let it just-
People don't even really know about it anymore. I mean, ever since BJJ Tees has kind of taken over,
This has
it's
been around longer?
longer.
Oh,
yeah.
wow. Okay.
This I started before BJJ Tees, and
Submit art. Wow.
yeah. So I mean, people do. So we would do. We would give them $2 for every shirt we sold.
Really?
Yeah. If they
That's
submitted
fucking-
something.
Is it still to this day?
Yeah,
I mean,
for
oh,
sure.
really? Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
pretty
I
cool.
mean, we keep it, I'm not going to take credit for something that's not mine.
Right,
We'll
right.
market the shit out of it and sell it and produce it. And,
Right.
So we would send them like 5 shirts and $2 a shirt or whatever,
Okay.
we had a couple of people submit it, they sold like 3 or 4 shirts and,
Yeah.
so we ended up sending them more than they sold and,
Right.
but whatever, it is what it is. Yeah. So this was a fun project and I wish I had the time to really dedicate time to coming up with new designs. And
Well, do you have time to train? How often do you train?
I do. So it's weird. Tuesdays I teach Chicago School of Grappling, so I'm there. Tuesday I teach our noon class, 4 o'clock kids class, adults 5:30, and then I teach boxing at 7. And then Thursday I teach noon and 4 o'clock. So and then Monday, Wednesday I try to get some training, and then on the road, when we're on the road, I like to train, and I always bring a gi, and I mean it's weird. There are a ton of gyms that open their doors, and then there's other gyms that are like, nah, or you have to pay a mat fee or whatever. And I'm like, mat fee, that's something.
And you're a black
80s.
belt?
No, brown.
You're a brown belt?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's weird. I mean, there's gyms like literally they're just ruthless. They don't care. They're like, yeah, $50 mat fee. I was like,
$50.
I was like, dude, you're the same belt rank as me for one. Like if you ever came to my gym, I'd come and I'd probably send you home with a T-shirt too.
Right.
It's weird when I see that kind of stuff. Don't get me wrong. There's gyms where you go to like Checkmat HQ and Leo Zeno's like, hey, $50. You're like, yes, sir. Here you go. Let's have a good time. And you walk in and Leandro Lowe's on the mat. And, Buchecha and Lucas Leitch and all these guys. You're like, $50. This is, a $200 day easily.
No problem.
But there's gyms like that. You go to AOJ, I think it's like $50 for the day. I think Atos is like $50.
No, it's more.
Is it more?
Yeah. Who did we have in here?
I don't know. I don't remember.
It's $250 for the week.
Artie was just down there. He fought on Fight to Win. I don't know if you guys had him in here or not, but it's $250 for the week. But I think it's like $50 for maybe $75 for the day there.
I think that's $75.
And then you go to like, Marcelo Garcia's, and I think that's like $75 or $100 for the day too.
Mike Sim, I think, told us that's who it was.
Did he?
Mike, yeah, he wasn't down there, was he? I'm so jealous if he was. Were you, Mike? Were you down there?
Did you listen to his episode?
Yeah.
Best friend. Yeah.
Yeah,
So are you a black belt under Mark or under Nick?
Brown belt.
Brown belt.
Oh, you're a brown belt?
Yeah. I mean, I can grab one from my warehouse and put a black belt on.
Right.
So I've trained under Mark for the last probably 7 years, somewhere in there. I was with Carlson for my first 4 years, somewhere in there, 3 or 4 years.
Right.
And then when I moved out of the city, I've known Mark since I was a kid too, so it was an easy transition. I called Mark and, I was like, hey, I'm, coming over. He's like, yeah, whatever. And, started training with them. And a lot of the guys I already knew, I would train with them on the weekends. The Sims I've known, like I said, forever. A lot of the blue belts at the time and purple belts at the time I've known. So it was just an easy transition to kind of flow into it. And, I've been with Mark since and, train. I mean, I still train with Andre once in a while and, guys from other gyms and, but these are, again, guys I started with. So it's like, it's not like I'm going to a different gym to train. I'm calling my buddy and being like, hey, let's roll. Or they'll come by the gym. Kyle comes by once in a while and, he'll roll up and we'll get some old school. Like literally the students will look, because when we train, I mean, we go hard like old school and everyone's like, dude, are these guys friends? What's happening here? And then, so it's.
Oh, that's. What was that? Is that Nick Sim on your Facebook? Your Facebook.
Yeah.
I'm like,
he was my model.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm like,
Nick.
I looked it up. I'm like, oh, he's a black belt.
Yeah.
Did you see that picture? I don't know who did it, but it came up in my Facebook feed of I think it's Nick Sim with the bracers. Did you see that?
Oh, the bottom? Yeah.
The bottom? Did you?
Nico Luna did that.
Look at Cito pretending like he doesn't know how to say brazzers.
Oh, was it brazzers?
That website Brazzers? I think. What do you call it?
Dude, it was.
Favorites,
I saw that.
what?
I'm like, that is so fucking funny.
is so great.
That was
there's some
great.
funny stuff out there. I mean, there's, we've got, obviously a gym private page that we post just some of the most ridiculous stuff on. And, some of the guys are they'll see something, they just run with it and they just keep giving it to you.
It's so good.
Yeah. You scoping me out on Facebook, checking me out. What's going on here?
Yeah, I do. I do about 3 minutes of show research before a guest comes in. I jump on your Facebook page for like a minute. But I thought you were a black belt.
No.
Oh, man.
I don't want that responsibility.
Yeah, dude. I can't believe I booked you on the show.
Hey, unbelievable.
Damn, Paul.
Damn. And we have what I thought was a black belt. Yeah, that, it's weird. Belt ranks some people chase it for so long. Some people are like, I want that belt. I need that belt. And I'm like, why? What's the rush? Who cares? Like, I've never, and you can ask Mark, I've never wanted a single, every time he tries to promote me, I try to like duck like promotions. Like even my brown belt, he had one of my kid students ask me to like, she's like, hey, can you show me this technique that you showed in class, blah, 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 just to get me to like stick around so Mark could give me my brown belt. And I was like, damn it. I was like, I wanted to be a purple belt forever. Never wanted that brown belt. I definitely, if I ever get my black belt, I don't know. I don't need that responsibility. That's too much responsibility. Nobody should give me that responsibility.
Like meaning what? Like responsibility how?
I don't know. I feel like when you wear that black belt, you have to like be this certain like person or way or thing, you know, like people look at like, oh, black belt. I'm like, dude, whatever, you know, like it's a belt, who cares, you know? And I think I get some of that from one of my original instructors, this guy, Brian Farrell. He's a Chicago cop, just tough as nails. You know, he's one of those guys never cared about rank, just a tough dude. You know, you roll with him and it feels like you were in a bar fight with 10 guys and you're done, you know, but and he kind of always said that. He's like, dude, who cares? He goes, you know, you get in a street fight, nobody cares. You know, that's irrelevant of everything, you know. So I guess that's something that always stuck with me. And even when I started jiu-jitsu, it was, you know, I wanted to learn how to, you know, fight better, you know, protect myself in case things ever happen, you know, and, you know, I never cared about the belts.
You're getting out of it what you wanted out of it. Confidence and getting in shape.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm in terrible shape.
Are you?
No.
It's like,
but yeah, you know, I wish I trained more than I do, you know, but
we all do.
Yeah. I mean, I used to be 5 days a week easily, you know, and then life gets in the way. And then I'm like, hey, let's sell T-shirts. Let's open a gym.
Well, Paul has no excuse now.
Yeah.
Paul better be doing 2 a days.
Yeah.
That's what I will be doing.
That's what you will be doing.
Uh-huh.
But I need to become a little meaner. I think I'm a little too nice when I'm in the. I think I need to get. I don't know. I just feel like
beat the shit out of everybody.
I need to like become a little more aggressive. I should say that.
Aggressive would be good. Yeah.
Because you push me when Paul and I roll. He's like, you gotta go harder.
Yeah.
You're not gonna hurt me. I'm like, I know I'm not gonna hurt you. I don't know.
Let's get behind this.
I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I'm really trying to concentrate on like, you know, technique conquers all, and it's not so much.
That's not the truth.
It's not always true, right?
Zito has. It's interesting, your dynamic, because you have the mindset of like a higher belt, like a brown or a black belt, the way you roll, but you don't have the technique yet. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So you know what I mean when you see like white belts or blue belts and they're going super hard or they're flailing around. Yeah. You were never like that, you know?
That's a good thing, though. I mean, you're relaxed, and that's definitely...
Yeah, but it's like, be relaxed when you're really fucking good.
Right,
you know? For now, let's be a little aggressive.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
So if somebody turns it up on you, what do? You just chill? You just, like, take it?
I'll take it. Yeah,
really?
It doesn't bother me. Yeah.
Oh,
and then I'll because I don't... Like, black belts aren't turning up on me, you know? So a purple belt...
Did you hear that, Mark Vives? Did you hear that, Andre Madeko?
but like when a blue belt or a white belt or a purple belt, you know, they turn up on me, I'll take it, and then I know they're going to make a mistake where I can get in.
Sure.
And I just look for those openings, you know. I play a little possum, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good. It's good that you have it now because most people learn it like purple belt. You know, that white and blue belt, they're just... Everybody just, especially like the new blue belts, they go a million miles an hour and they just, you know, it's crazy. But yeah, purple belt is typically when you learn to like kind of calm it down. But if you have it already, that's great, you know, so.
Yeah.
But you got to have that.
I got to get in. I got to start getting a little more aggressive. I know what it feels like to get injured. I don't want to injure anyone. I don't want to just do something stupid, like just, you know. But in my mind, I want to do that move, but I hold back a little bit because I'm like, do I just jump for this arm and just crank it? Yeah,
yes, absolutely. Right. Hey, hips up with the cup. I'm just kidding.
Hips up with the cup. Is that a T-shirt?
Yeah, it should be.
Damn it.
Diamond MMA.
But yeah, there you go, Diamond. Let's do them. But no, I mean, I think as long as you're in control of your body, right, and you're aware of the move you're going to do, I mean, you can go after it for sure. Yeah. And you don't have to worry about hurting them, right? Like, we're not... I don't know. I mean, this isn't tennis. This isn't, you know, something where you're, you know, unless you get hit square in the face with a ball, you're going down, right? Like,
never heard of tennis elbow, Nick?
I haven't. It sucks. And golf elbow on this one. No, but you know what I'm saying? Like, jiu-jitsu. You know, we're constantly putting force on force. Right. You know, I mean, that's part of it. But I also think if you're responsible for yourself, right, you can't obviously control what anybody else does. But if you know that you're under control 100%, then I think you can go after things and, you know, do it in a way that you're not being a dick.
Right.
You know, you're just working your technique. You're working, you know, especially if you're getting ready for a tournament, right? You have to be able to snag that submission and
Quick,
finish it
right.
quick. Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think if you're under control, not jumping for an arm bar, kneeing the guy in the face and kicking the guy that's, you know, across the mat, rolling with somebody else, then you're that dick in the gym and,
Right.
you know, go sit down on the bench for a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
But I think going after it's all right.
All right.
I think it makes it fun.
So I'm gonna try.
Eat some, you know, get in there, get some pre-workout, you know, just.
I don't do any of that pre-workout. I don't do any of that stuff.
Nothing?
I don't do that
Coffee,
either.
nothing?
No coffee, nothing.
Ever?
Ever.
No coffee.
No, I just drink water. That's all I drink.
Wow. I just started drinking coffee 2 years ago. It's
Really?
so great. Oh,
I remember coffee.
I heard that
It was good back
coffee
in
and
the day.
THC are really good before training.
what's THC?
I don't know. That's
You
what
just
I'm
read about
asking
it.
you guys.
Oh,
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah, I don't know either. So we gotta get it on its sponsorship. Maybe they can.
What do
help
they
us.
do? Just supplements?
Yeah, they
That's
do.
all they do?
Now they do like a lot of. Well, they sell like gear too. Like
I saw they make
you know,
gis and.
They
you
do.
know,
Oh, they do gis now?
I don't know if they're
I
doing.
think they have it. It says
gis.
like on it, like down the shoulder.
Oh,
like
really?
embroidered. Yeah,
Oh,
like
wow.
black with lime green. And,
Of course.
you know,
I mean, it's a good brand for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
they do, and that on it in Austin is
Yeah.
fucking amazing.
The tournament?
Yeah. Well, there's not just a tournament, but the whole complex.
facility,
Yeah, the
for sure.
facility.
Yeah.
And the 10th planet that's in there is.
Yeah.
All those, they're killing it. I
Nice.
mean, their social media is killing it. If no one follows 10th Planet Austin, man, they should. It's fucking good. I mean, they're throwing up techniques every day.
Get my phone real quick.
They're
guys.
good, and you know, it's nice. It's nice to see that, like the on invitational that they have
Sure.
is really cool.
Yeah.
and it's free.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of our guys. Well, he's a black belt under Cyborg now. Will Durkee made it to the finals.
Nice.
Yeah.
He's a good dude, real good guy.
Yeah,
he'll
that
be
was
up here now.
that was on an invitational too. Nathan Archer beat him for the win.
Yeah, he'll be up here, I think.
That dude's tough as nails, man.
Will?
Yeah.
Dude, he's insane. I mean, he got his black belt. When he left here, so he was a wrestling coach at Northwestern. He wrestled at Virginia, I believe, and then he moved down to Texas. Oh, no, I'm sorry. He moved to Miami, and he started training with Cyborg and Popovich and got his black belt in like 4 years or something, you know, and just a phenomenal, like he's one of those guys that doesn't rely on his wrestling for his jiu-jitsu. Like he made that transition, but his wrestling's, you know, I mean, amazing. But yeah, he did that on it. He just did another tournament recently and lost in the finals. I forgot what it was. I don't remember. But yeah, he's a good dude. You guys should definitely link up with him when he's in town and have him on the show. Yeah, he's an interesting one.
Yeah, we have a lot of good guests lined up.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't want any spoilers
Yeah,
here.
you
No, I
can't
don't want to
throw it out
spoil it.
there.
But Paul was like, because
Razor.
Paul books all the guests, and like I don't know, it was a couple weeks ago. Paul's like, man, I hit up like 9 people,
Nice.
and no one's called me back, and you know we got to book someone. I mean, it works out.
Yeah.
But then they all hit him back, and
Well,
now he's
I'll
like,
be back
oh,
the
fuck.
same week, and I was
Yeah,
like,
I'm like,
shit.
Hey, you're not working perfect.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's
but
like-
I don't want to put someone off like 8
Sure,
weeks. You
sure.
know what I
right.
mean?
It's tough,
exactly.
yeah.
Right. Yeah. So, but I mean, if we book them, we do like, you know, we try to have one in the can, you know,
Sure.
just in case something happens.
Yeah.
So we didn't have any in the can. We're like, oh, who are we gonna get? And it worked out really well.
Yeah.
I didn't even see your message. It's weird because we're not friends on Facebook. So like it went in that like filter or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like they're there, kind of like on Instagram where it says, you know, you have those.
Direct message.
Yeah. People need to start checking their Facebook messages.
But I'm telling you, if I didn't check, I was like, because somebody said they sent me a message. I was like, dude, I don't see it, you know. And I went through and I was like, what is this? And I clicked it. There was like 40 messages. I was like, dude, this is bad.
Right.
So then I was like, wait a second, I know this name. And I clicked on it and here we are, you know. But yeah, it's weird, those filters. I mean, they're good because we get a ton of spam. I mean, I get people that will meet at tournaments and they send me a friend request. And I'm like, I don't really know you at that level.
Dude, we're
you
not
know,
friends. Come on.
Not that there's anything. I don't put any personal information on my. Like if you look at my Facebook, it's all BJJ Tees stuff. There's no like personal stuff. Some pictures, you know, with family, but for the most part,
I follow that same suit where the only people I have that I'm friends with on Facebook are jiu-jitsu artists, and only people I've met.
Yeah.
So I've got a lot of requests, and you know, I just want to meet the person. You know,
For sure.
You know, if they're going to be on my feed, then I want to at least know you
At least
personally.
let me,
you know,
like, have we shooken hands before?
right?
Okay.
Yeah. If I don't know you, I mean, I'm not all about the numbers, you know, but you know, it's just like
Wait, you're not?
Not always. No.
That's how you're
Yeah.
not getting sponsored then.
Yeah. See,
Numbers are low.
numbers are low.
It's weird because I do the same thing,
Yeah.
and it's like, you know, like family, friends for the
Yeah.
last like 20 years, they'll hit me up, and it's like, oh God, like
I delete right away.
Do you?
Yeah, I
But
delete.
then like,
No,
I don't know.
no. Only jujitsu. If you're a jujitsu artist, yes, and only if I met you.
Right. But what do you say to them at like the next family party where they're like, hey, Dick, like,
Sorry, man. It's just that's the way. it is.
you explain it to them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Really? I just tell them I didn't see it.
Right.
You know, like because I mean, most of the times I don't.
Right.
You know, like I don't sit there and scroll through all that. I'm like, I leave them in purgatory. I'm like, yeah, you can just
Leave them
live
in
there.
purgatory.
You know, because that's where they are. It says like
Right.
pending forever.
Right, pending forever.
You know,
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't. There's some weird people out there. I don't need them like in my feed and liking pictures. And,
Well, some of us,
you know.
some people hit us up on Grappler Union, and they're really nice. And you know, I just haven't met them yet, so I
Sure.
would love to, you know,
Sure.
because they give us good advice and stuff like
sure,
that, and it's
for sure.
cool. And I like the feedback that we get.
Yeah.
You know, I just, you know, that's just my thing, and I want to keep that.
Yeah.
I don't want
Yeah.
to like stray away from like that rule set.
When are you guys going live at like an event, like a fight to win?
For what? Like commentary?
Why not?
Why? Because there's probably tons of people that are better than us at that.
Why? What do you mean? Why are
Well-
you guys selling yourself short? Let's talk about this.
Let's talk
into
about this. Like, it's one thing if you're podcasting and you're talking about jujitsu,
Sure.
but like a live jujitsu where
Sure.
there's, you know, techniques that
Sure.
we possibly don't know about, or
Hey,
explain.
Fake it till you make it, right?
Fake it till you make it, you know. I don't know. Like,
But why not? Why not do like an on-site event, maybe? You
I
know,
mean, we
like at a
could.
fight to win,
like a
you know?
live podcast.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Why
I mean,
not?
we do the EBI. We do
Yeah,
EBI
for
fight
sure.
companions.
Would you be
which-
willing to give half your booth to us? Where would we
Why?
do
Get
this
you
at?
guys your own booth there. What do you
Yeah,
mean?
right.
Seth, come on, hook these guys up. Let's go. No, Seth's super chill. I think
Yeah.
you guys could reach
I'd
out
rather,
to him and
because personally, I'd rather watch the event.
yeah, perfect front row. I don't know what this move is.
Yeah.
Do you?
I don't know what's going on right now.
Look at that gi though. You just switch it up and you're good.
It's definitely a different animal commentating.
Yeah.
I don't think I would be good at it. Like,
Really?
yeah. You know, like how Javier is an amazing instructor.
Yeah.
But he's a bad coach.
Right.
For like live matches.
yeah,
you know what I
sure.
mean?
Because he's watching the match.
Because
not
he's
really in
watching
it.
the
Yeah,
match. He's too
yeah.
into the match, you know? That's how I think commentary is.
Yeah.
Like if you're not a good coach,
Sure.
which I don't think that I am because I've coached guys before and I'm always like too late on shit. I'm like right when I think about something to do with it's already moving on to the next thing, you know? And I think you need to be a good coach in order to be a good commentator because
Gotcha.
it's just happening right there, you know?
Yeah. I guess looking at it and being able to know like Adam does it. He does a really good job.
Adam
for
does
sure.
it, yeah, and he's like Adam does the commentary like
Yeah.
he does jujitsu. It's like
Just
slow
chill.
and methodical and
Slow
chill.
Jiu-jitsu
Yeah.
hurts. Oh,
I don't know who was the other guy who did it.
Pete the Greek.
Not Pete. Pete was the last fight to win. Who was
Yeah,
it?
that was.
It was awesome. Exactly. It's like how do you top that? You know?
I've known
I'm telling
Pete a
you,
long
it's the. What did he say? The big toe in the butthole escape. I'm telling you, like he was
He's
saying
nuts.
it like for real.
He's out there, dude. I love Pete, man.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
I met him. I think he was like a purple belt when I first met him. Purple or brown? I don't really remember. It was one of the two, and he was the first high-level jiu-jitsu guy in Chicago, in my opinion. Like high-level, like West Coast jiu-jitsu. You know, he would go out to like Hawaii and train with like BJ Penn and come back with just some funky stuff, you know. But then he got injured and everything's kind of been, you know, like as far as jiu-jitsu, he doesn't, you know, I don't know if he just had back surgery. Last time I
did,
saw him,
yeah.
he was in a back brace and like,
Yeah.
you know, had a fanny pack full of bacon. It was real weird. It's just
We're trying to get him on. We're trying to get him on the podcast.
dude. He'd be amazing.
yeah, he's agreed to it, but you know,
I think
getting
he's
him
doing
here.
his own podcast now. Him and Jeff or
Him and
somebody.
Jeff Glover. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're
That's
starting
fine.
something.
Just come. I just
Yeah,
want
just
him
come to
on-
ours.
He's just
Dude,
such a
he's
cool dude.
out of his mind.
It's great.
So funny though.
Yeah.
I love seeing that guy, and he pops up everywhere.
Yeah,
Everywhere,
Yeah.
literally. I'm in the middle of Arizona, and Pete the Greek's walking by eating like a snow cone and bacon. I'm like, dude, what are you doing here? What is this? You know,
Oh,
he's
that's funny.
that dude's everywhere.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Yeah, you got to get him on here for sure.
I know. It's just timing with him.
Yeah,
like he's
well,
like
he's not really around. I mean, he's
Right.
been. I think he had surgery in Mexico. I think or something.
yeah,
he was
doing
in California
something.
for the past like 3 months or something.
Yeah.
So we're waiting for him to come back to hit him up, and then I did hit him up, and he's like, "Yeah, like I'll do it, but I got some things going on right now." So it's
Right.
it's more of a like, you know,
Can't even walk. You got a back brace. What's going on here?
Yeah.
Pete's good people though, man. He's entertaining to say the least.
Yeah.
All right. So besides your martialartstees.com and BJJtees.com, what other stuff you got going on?
So I've got the gym. I've got Chicago School of Grappling. So Nick Sim, myself, and John Lee, one of our purple belts, opened that a little over a year ago now. So we have that going on. I've got some fun projects in the jiu-jitsu world that we're working on. Not quite done, still testing them. Hopefully we'll have them out here in the next 3 or 4 months. But some fun stuff, some stuff to make jiu-jitsu a little bit more interactive for everybody. So,
Cool.
People that might not want to compete but love to watch, stuff like that, So, because competing is not for everybody,
Right.
But that doesn't mean that you love the sport any less or,
Right.
The art any less. So we've got that. We're in the middle of building a bunch of websites for all of our sponsored athletes. So we're trying to get them, kind of build them up as their own brand. So we're working
is that
on
right?
Yeah.
That's
so
cool.
We actually, what happened over there?
Sorry, dude.
So we just, we built out one of them for one of our brown belts out of California.
What's it? What's the?
I think it's Catherine Perrette, BJJ.com. Nikki Sullivan's is being worked on right now.
You said Perrette?
Yeah, P-E, yeah,
No, we don't.
There you go. BJJ. Yeah, it's PER. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so she's
you're-
one of the athletes we started working with recently.
You're building out like their own website?
Yeah, I mean, we want to build them as a brand, right there. There you go. Yeah, so we want to build them as a brand. I mean, so just something, we've been working on. Because for us, we
I
wanna-
follow her on Instagram.
Yeah.
I mean, does she have the like best smile in jiu-jitsu?
Yeah, I mean, but that's what people know her for. Dreadlocks or smile,
I mean, Paul, you know this girl?
Let's play that video. Let's see this.
Yes, I've seen
Yeah, that's
her.
from Pans when she won.
You've seen her before? I mean,
Yeah.
her smile is like, you feel so happy watching her. It's amazing. Like, really, she just smiles. Like, it's great.
This is at Dallas Open, I think, 2016. But yeah, so our goal is to just build them as brands, I mean, I think it's something that a lot of companies aren't taking the time to do, right? They're trying to get what they can out of these people, right?
Right.
But if you build them into their own brand, now they're going to help you grow, right?
Right.
The larger they become, the larger we become. So
Right.
we all grow together, and for us to build them websites, I mean, what does it take? Some space on my server and
It's nothing.
a couple hours, to build, and then so just some time to maintain, and so
Smart.
yeah, just trying to trying to build them as their own,
But it's interesting that you actually buy their domain name and everything.
Yeah, so we'll do that for them. If they ever want it, we'll just give it to them.
Yeah, of
I
course.
don't. Again, if they ever chose to leave BJJ Tees, I'd be like, hey, cool. Go. Just let's all just shake and you go your way. I mean, I never want to stop somebody from growing, from potentially getting a better payday or a better gear deal or whatever it is. I mean, I want to see these people succeed.
Right.
I don't want to see them, kind of locked into this contract that says you have to do this, and this, and if you don't, we're going to bankrupt you.
Right.
What's the upside to that? I mean,
But you do have contracts with these athletes, right?
yeah, for sure.
Okay.
But again, I mean, are we going to uphold it? Like if they break it, am I going to say, okay, I'm going to have my attorney call? Like, what am I going to get from you? So really, at the end of the day, these contracts are all kind of nonsense because I mean, most of your top level brown belts, top level purple belts, that are doing this full time are broke. They're living on their parents' couch, on their buddy's couch, at the gym, doing privates for money, maybe winning tournaments here and there for some cash, but at the end of the day, they're getting by in the year at like 12,000, 15,000 maybe, so it's a tough grind, but hopefully at the end of that grind, they're going to sign that big deal with, let's say a Tama here, for example, on this one,
Right.
or Kings or Showy Roll or whatever, but even then, like we talked about earlier, how much are these companies really paying out?
Right.
And look at, she's won everything. Look at this.
Yeah,
You
wow.
scroll down, it's 10 pages of everything she's won. And,
Struggle's real.
yeah,
Jesus, man, she's won a lot.
everything. And, you talk to her and she lived in the favelas of Brazil just to train, to keep that rent down, all that kind of stuff. And, she moved to the States and she's training with Checkmat here now and, teaches, trains,
Yeah. Why'd you do reverse? Why'd you do old first and then it goes down?
I think that one just slipped in. Oh no, maybe.
No, it's
I
all
don't know.
reverse. Come on, guys.
Hey, see, computer guy. Look at the computer.
Well, I'm just saying I would like to see the newest first and then
Yeah.
down to the
There
oldest.
you go, 2017 Pan American champion.
I see that. Yeah. But I had to
So-
scroll down 3 pages.
I
to
think
get
I
there.
just copied it from somewhere. I
Yeah,
don't
you-
even know.
yeah, that's
You
it.
know, but and that's the goal. So I mean, our goal is, as we're working with some of these higher level athletes, really just
See, Paul, look at that
Yeah.
smile. Infectious. She's great. It's when she shows up on my Instagram, I'm like, I have a better day when I see her smile for some reason. I don't know. It's
pull up
great.
the picture from today. Did you see the picture
Yeah,
today?
yeah.
The acai?
Yeah.
The best.
It's the best.
Yeah. So, our goal is to knock out, hopefully like 30 of these by the end of the year, and then just
That'd be
kinda
cool.
build from there. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got Matt, who you had on the show. He's in the,
You see that? Oh, Paul can't see. Here, Paul. There's her Instagram. It's great.
the acai picture.
Yeah.
The best.
Enjoy acai with a great T-shirt.
And Matt's another one. Matt, he's probably top 10 brown belts in the world. I mean, he's just killing it. And, Asher is another brown belt that's really, really good. So these are guys, I mean, I want to use this to kind of highlight them.
Yeah.
Build them as a brand. Hopefully, when we put together kind of a resume to send out to some of these sponsors, say, hey, look, not only are you getting my social media, but now you are getting our website presence too. Because if you look under sponsors, so if you click on that, I mean, this is value for a brand like myself, Atama, Mike, and it clicks right to their site. You click on that, it's going right to the site. So it's a link to, us. So that helps us obviously drive traffic as well. But, so it just shows more value to
Yeah,
these sponsors,
for sure.
And nobody's really doing this,
Right.
A lot of these guys are like, oh, I train, I'm the best. I'm like, okay, cool. Everybody trains. Everybody's good at jiu-jitsu. That's irrelevant these days when you're looking for a sponsorship. You have to show me the value I'm getting.
Right.
So I think stuff like this shows value. And, again, a lot of these people that are grinding, they don't have even that $20 like hosting fee. They don't have that, that $200 a year, whatever it is, $9.99 or whatever, or, and since you build websites, I mean, even if you build somebody a cookie cutter website, you're charging $500, $1,000,
Right.
your time is your time. Your time is money, So now you're talking, let's say $750, we'll cut it down the middle, and another $200, so $1,000 investment. They don't have that,
No.
So if we can do that, and just kind of remove that, cost and, kind of headache for them to build their own site from them, and they can just focus on their training, then why not?
Yeah, I mean, makes sense.
Yeah.
She does her own post here, or do you?
So she'll do them. A lot of times I'll go in and fix them.
Yeah.
So it's.
But you could build in the social media right in there.
Yeah, in the feed you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's but some of it sometimes is like if you get like a post, like a word post, it's all in Portuguese, or like your average person's like, what does it
I know.
say? So that's the only downside to something like that. If it's always images, for sure, but sometimes you won't see them.
What's all this at the bottom here?
It's Portuguese.
I know. Is it question answer?
Yeah, so there was an interview. So it's both English and Portuguese. So if you click on it,
Oh, so this is an interview.
Yeah.
Oh, Catherine, Love and Life and Crushing Dreams.
yeah,
Love
that's
and Life
when-
and Crushing Dreams.
yeah. So this is so Nikki Sullivan does a lot of work with us. She does a lot of interviews with a lot of the athletes. So
Okay.
she'll interview a lot
Oh,
of
really?
the athletes. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
she's really awesome.
Who just got a brown belt?
She did, yeah.
It's
yeah,
fucking
she's,
awesome.
Yeah, she's fighting worlds. They're going to fight each other this year. It'll be
Oh,
interesting.
really?
Yeah, I hate when
Nice.
that happens. Oh, I hate it because they're both my friends. It's like
but
it's part of the sport.
it's fun. I mean,
Yeah.
what are you gonna do?
Yeah, so it'll be Worlds will be really interesting this year. So she does an interview Nikki did with her, and we've got a couple of other some of our superstar athletes. We're working on their sites right now. One of our athletes, she just won female black belt of the year at the pro trials. So Nathalie Jesus, she's a beast.
Yeah.
I mean, we're working on her site, so hopefully that'll be done in a week, and we'll get that up. She should win Worlds. She won Pan. She won Brazilian Nationals. She won the pro trials. I mean, she's just a beast. I think she's only been a black belt like a year or two.
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It's so awesome.
There's just killers. That's what I mean. There's so many killers we never hear about. I
Yeah.
came across her kind of by accident from Fight to Win. She headlined the Dallas show probably like 4 or 5 months ago. Last time they were in Dallas. You know, we kind of linked up with her, and she's been just amazing, you know. And you guys watched Fight to Win last night?
No.
Amazing. Did you see Monique Ricardo versus Chelsea?
I'm going to watch it. I'll
Dude,
watch
Chelsea
it tonight.
toehold.
Really?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Wow.
And we work with both of them. They're both phenomenal women, you know.
Toe hold.
Yeah.
That's nasty. I get a lot of people tapping like high level to toe hold.
Yeah. It was, and no gi. So it was,
Wow.
you know, it was a good one, man. It's very good for Chelsea. She just got her brown belt. So she got her brown belt like 2 months ago, maybe.
Wow.
Yeah. So
We just learned some toe holds today. Oh, Paul, you missed that seminar.
Yeah.
10 plant lumbar. We had Eric from HQ.
Unbelievable.
And we were learning
You
some
missed
leg
it
locks.
too, Nick.
Oh, my toe holds are tight.
I couldn't do a lot of it because my arm, but it was fucking great.
Yeah, toe
The
holds are
little
nasty.
details that how he wrapped it up.
Yeah.
So he comes in here, he kicks up the heel, right, and then comes over and like no space, like there's like no space in it. It's
Yeah.
really, and it's so tight.
Interesting.
Because sometimes when you go around when you grab the
Yeah.
foot, you come under and you
Yeah.
got that space there.
Yep.
But he comes in, kicks a heel up, and then
Interesting.
fists come in, and he's almost grabbing his own thumb,
Yeah.
and he bring it over like that.
Interesting.
It's fucking tight. Of course, I'm working with Javier, and he can't even toe hold that guy.
Right.
He's got
He
like hooves. He's got hooves as feet. So even he came over and he's like, "What the fuck, Javi?" He's like, "Yeah, I don't know, fucking my feet."
I'm
are
sorry.
like-
You could have your money back. Nothing
Switch it
works
to the
on
knee
Javier.
bar. Switch it right
Yeah.
off.
Yeah, repping with Javier is like I'm feeling
It's
like
the worst. You
it's-
can't do anything to him, and then he like breaks your leg.
But not only that, you don't know if your technique is good. So then
Yeah.
I'll do it on someone else who's like not Javier, and they're like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "Dude, I'm sorry. I was repping with Javier.
Yeah.
He doesn't feel this stuff. I don't know if I'm doing it right or not."
No, but it's good because then it works.
it
then
works.
you know it works.
Then you know it works. Yeah, but you're
And
like,
if you catch him, then you know it really works.
yeah.
if you catch
If you
Javi,
catch Javi in a leg lock,
Yeah.
you would break anyone else's leg.
yes,
probably
100%.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah,
Footlocks are. I try not to play footsie with people.
I
You
like
know.
it.
Straights for sure. Knee bars once in a while, but I like to be on top and smash people.
Do you?
Yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
top game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like side control, just frustrate people and make it hurt, and you know. So, but I mean, I will toe hold people for sure.
We gotta make it out to his gym, man.
Come
Yeah,
on
some
down,
rolls
whatever you
with
guys
him.
want.
As soon as I heal up a little bit,
Dude, come on down. We'll have Sam fix you.
he'll
You
have
get
Sam
in,
fix me.
You know.
Yeah, damn, I gotta hit Sam up. All right,
We'll put the big X on your gi or no gi, whatever you guys want.
I you know what? Right now I don't.
Either
doesn't-
one. I
No
don't care.
preference really. I'll do gi and no gi. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah. How about
Like,
combo?
No. No.
Half and half. You never do the half and half.
No, I don't do half and half. But for me, yeah, like the other day when we were at the seminar, I forgot my rash guard, so I had to like wear a T-shirt. And Paul's like, only black belts can do that. And then we look around the room, and Paul's like the only guy wearing a rash guard with T-shirts on. I'm like,
man.
there you
I
go,
was
Paul.
just busting your chops. Yeah,
Yeah.
he like because the seminar is going to be like half gi, half no gi,
Sure.
and Zito's fuck. I don't know if I brought rash guards, and I was like, yeah, I brought rash guards. He's like, I'll just wear a T-shirt. I'm like, oh, you're going to be that guy, fucking T-shirt guy, you know? I was the
could've went
only guy
shirtless.
there. I was the only guy there with a rash guard. Me and like one other dude. Everyone was wearing T-shirts.
Dude, you
Yeah.
would have been like every Naga advanced guy.
Yeah,
Just
what's up with that? Shirtless.
I don't. How do people still go to that tournament? I don't.
Dude, I did
You
Naga,
know.
so I can't.
And
I
then,
just
like-
wanted to get it in.
and then-
but-
Terrible.
When Bushesha won it that year, he was wearing the T-shirt.
Where?
At ADCC.
Which year? This year he wore a rash guard.
Not yeah, but
But that was a super fight. That was different.
yeah, I don't know. It was a
It had
couple
to be
years.
4 years ago then.
Yeah.
Because it wouldn't have been last year. There was no ADCC.
Yeah, whichever the last one was.
Yeah, well, it would have been 4 years ago because this year he didn't compete in the tournament. So
Yeah.
he won in a T-shirt.
Well, there's that Stuart Cooper highlight
Yeah.
from like 2011 to 2015,
And he's in it.
and he's in it
Yeah.
wearing a T-shirt, and I'm like, wow.
What happened to that guy, Stuart Cooper? Is he still around? Is he still
Yeah, I
making
think he's
videos?
still
Is he?
making- I think so.
I met him a couple times. Super nice dude, but it just seems like he hasn't done much
His-
lately. You know, his videos.
I
are
love his videos, man.
very talented.
Yeah,
very
very
good at
talented.
jiu-jitsu too, man.
I
He's
hope
got
he keeps putting
good-
them out.
Yeah, I haven't seen much from him in a while. Like Buchecha and Ponza. Ponza's a beast, dude. That guy is no joke. He just won that tournament in Russia or wherever it was.
These guys are all beasts. I mean, it's
Yeah.
fucking crazy.
Yeah, it was. Man, Leandro just won again this past weekend. That guy's just on fire.
That's good. It's fucking amazing.
There's HQ right there on the bottom right.
Mm-hmm.
Those dudes are always there, just killing it.
Man.
Yeah, they're all getting ready for Worlds right now.
Are they using Muscle Farm over there?
I have no idea, man. I don't.
It's so crazy.
But here's the thing. Now think about this. If you're training, so these guys are training jiu-jitsu probably twice a day. Then they have a
If not more.
CrossFit gym inside HQ. So they're all lifting. And their guy Tony's a black belt in jiu-jitsu and phenomenal conditioning coach.
Mm-hmm.
So they hit that. Then they go to Church Boys and go wrestle. And then they're running up the hill because HQ's at the top of a hill. And from the top of the hill, you can see the pyramid. It's so cool.
Really?
Yeah. If you watch Buchecha's Instagram, like his video
Oh,
feed,
I did see that.
and he's
He
like,
did
I see you every day.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm coming. He's crazy.
Yeah, you're right. I did see it. He did do that. The other day, he did that. Yeah.
Super. And that's right out the back door of HQ.
Oh,
You can
okay.
see the pyramid.
So I didn't realize what he was doing
Yeah.
there.
He's looking at the pyramid because you can see the top of it.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm coming for you. And I was like, dude, that's so cool. But, I mean, these guys, they literally are athletes. I mean, they're sitting there, their food's weighed out, like right after their workout, their chicken's waiting,
Okay.
their rice is waiting, their
Yeah.
sweet potato, like, I mean, if you trained 3 and 4 times a day and then taught 2 and 3 times a day, and somebody was prepping your food and prepping your diet and your supplements and everything, I mean, you'd be in just tremendous shape. Plus, Buchecha's 26 or 27, I think. He's super young, man. Dude, at 27, I could go out drinking all night and be at jiu-jitsu at 8 a.m. ready to go and, not in that good of shape. But, but then again, if you have somebody doing all that work for you, and that's the hardest part, the diet,
It is, yeah.
At work, I'm sure you bring stuff, put it in the fridge, whatever, being on the road, diet sucks, it's the hardest thing, but now if you remove that and you just focus on training and, your sponsors are taking care of your rent and your car payment and this and that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you have one job win.
That's it. Come on, Paul.
Those guys
Yeah.
aren't going to the Hubbard Inn and LaSalle Power Company and
Yeah,
shit.
they might be. I don't know. I mean, at 20, you're still 27. You still want to go out and have a good time. But they understand. I think, that I'm sure they get bonuses from their sponsors and stuff. I'm sure Muscle Farm's probably like, hey, 10 G's if you win Worlds, or
Right.
I mean, they're giving out $3,500 in supplements at every fight to win.
It's true.
For
Well,
submission
Mexico
of the
just
night.
won it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, that was amazing.
It's sick.
When I saw that, I was laughing so hard in the booth. I mean, he put on a clinic on that dude.
Yeah.
That was kind of embarrassing almost. It was bad. But, I mean, Monaco's, he does what he does, man. He just goes in there.
There's just different levels, I mean,
And that's it.
The guy, I mean, knew who he was going against when he accepted the fight, and hey, props to him, man. He's
for sure.
You got to be a boss to just step in and go against a guy like that.
Yeah, but, whatever. Leave that one alone. I'll get some hate emails on Monday. Whatever.
Yeah. But this. I think it's all good for jiu-jitsu. I think all this, it's good.
Yeah.
No matter what. I mean, Flow Grappling's doing a good job. Fight to Win's doing a good job.
They need to up their bandwidth.
Yeah, I noticed
Dude,
that. Yeah, it does get bogged down. It
And
does.
it's not even that. I remember I was at one Fight to Win, and the feed wasn't showing through, and I was at the event, and these guys are running around trying to figure out what it is. Dude, Flo forgot to turn on the live feed on their end. And everybody's pitching like, I want a refund, I want a this, I want a that, and I'm like, dude, come on, guys, it's not that hard to turn on the light switch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Well, I think things happen.
Yeah.
No big deal. I mean, I wouldn't ever say I want a refund. I mean, come on. I mean,
No,
you're going to
but-
see the event,
Of course.
So
But they need to get like that wireless. Have you seen that wireless like T1 or that, that satellite T1? Have you seen any of that stuff?
I haven't. No.
So there's, I think it's satellite or something, but you can get T1 speed wireless, So
But fiber is going to be so much.
fiber's amazing.
Yeah, I mean,
the
you're gonna
AT&T fiber.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
That's where you're going to want to go. I mean, anything right now. But Google's got some like terabyte download speeds
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
that they're trying out in certain cities.
Isn't Chicago one of them?
I don't know if
They just put one of their
Did they?
their facilities downtown.
Well, that's over by
campuses or whatever.
Yeah, that they built that. That's right by a client of mine. It's over by Morgan and Lake Street.
Yeah.
That building was being built, and he's like right over there. And I'm like, wow. He's like, yeah, that's a Google building. I'm like, fuck. And that whole area now blew the fuck up.
Yep. Google, man, they got that money.
They're
Look, we're just giving it to them.
Yeah, I know. We're on Google right now.
Costing so many pennies.
But they're so much better. Everything is so much better with them.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
There's like,
when you have all the information, it makes it easy, and they have all the information, everything coming in.
They're really, it's really impressive. I mean, all this technology that's coming out now is
147,000 results in 55 seconds of Marquez Buchecha.
Right. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
6'3", 27, 250 pounds.
Good luck.
God.
Good luck, Paul. Absolute with that guy.
Yeah, right.
For sure.
And I saw him versus, what's his name? At ADCC. That was a crazy day. I walked in right as what's his name's hamstring tore.
Who?
Braulio Estima.
Oh, wow.
I was walking in the back door. I was at a tournament, and Teote was at ADCC. So our tournament got done, and I was like, dude, I want to go see these super fights. So I walk in the back door, and I walk into like the dressing room. Buchecha's warming up. I say hi to him, and Cyborg's there. Talk to these guys for a minute, and I peek my head around the other side, and I literally, like, he's laying on the mat, and I was like, what the hell is going on? And so I grabbed the promoter. I was like, dude, what happened? He's like, I don't know. Somebody heard a loud pop, and I was like, okay, and he's sitting there crying, and I'm like, when you see a grown man cry,
right,
something's up, and I was like, oh. So we're sitting there, they wheel him off in a wheelchair, and and then Gordon Ryan's there, and and Tom DeBlas is there making the deal, and I was like, oh man, here we go. He came out, and I would have liked to see Lowe versus Estima, though. I think that would have been a hell of a match. I think Gordon obviously stepping in, props for him for doing that for sure. Yeah. But I just think he was outmatched against Lowe. And I know he said he wanted a rematch, but I still think Lowe is just too smart, too experienced of a fighter for Gordon Ryan, and it'd be an interesting rematch, but I think you'd get the same results. I think you'd get, that takedown points. I think he ended up winning on or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
He took him down twice.
What about a different format like Sug?
Oh, God, would you stop with that?
Only after Jits, bro. Yeah, but same thing. I think a match like that favors these guys that play into that rule set. So Gordon would probably go into it, try to go for the subs, but then look at those overtime positions and say, okay, where can I beat this guy? Where is the best position for me to beat this guy? And that's the only downside to that rule set that I see sometimes. Like some of these guys, and I understand they don't get paid if it goes overtime or whatever it is, or they get just show money or something, but some of these guys play into that rule set, and to me, that's not jiu-jitsu. Like an overtime of that spider web or whatever they call it, or on the back, or, these different positions, like that's not jiu-jitsu. Like if you could never get to, like, let's say Leandro Lowe's back, right? This position's irrelevant, right? Like finishing that position, is irrelevant. Like, so I just think that, in my opinion, that rule set just doesn't really display the better man or woman in jiu-jitsu.
That's true, but if it all depends on if they're both fighting for the submission, then it works out really well because they don't want to get to overtime.
Sure.
But if one guy is playing that I'm going to get to overtime and he can stall that match to get to overtime, then it sucks.
Exactly. And we see that.
And we do.
We see that quite a bit, and that's where I'm kind of like, this, and I like it because it is a different format. Right. And I think Eddie came up with a great idea. I think he's like, hey, let's try this. Right. I think there's a couple ideas I've had for tournaments, and I kind of want to pitch it to guys, on that super fight side of things, and see what they think,
Come on, let's hear it.
No.
Whoa, come on now.
No. But I think it would be a way to really, display jiu-jitsu, to find out who really is the best. You know what I'm saying? So I think
you're going to tell us after this. You know that, right?
Maybe.
Okay.
We can talk about it as long as you guys sign that paper, bro.
Yeah.
No, but I think, again, that overtime rule set is great because it does give you a winner. Nobody wants to see both hands raised. That's stupid, and nobody wants to watch an hour and a half, no, or submission only, no points, whatever.
Right.
That sucks too, So this does give us an ending or, a winner of that match, kind of. Not really a winner, so. But I definitely dig it, so we'll see.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. You ready to wrap this up, boys?
Yeah, wrap it up, man.
Hey, never.
We've been going for over 2 hours, I think.
Has it been that long?
Yeah.
Really?
Damn.
This might be our
Nice.
long.
How long do you guys usually go?
Hour and a half.
Hour and a half.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So-
Nice. So I got an extra half
Got an
hour.
extra
out of
half
you
hour.
guys. Nice. I like it.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, where can people find you?
You can check us out, bjjtees.com. You can check us out on Instagram at bjjtees_, or I'm sorry, bjj_tees. We're going to have to edit that. Same thing on Facebook and Twitter. So you can find us pretty much anywhere, or just go to Google and give them the 5 cents for typing in BJJ Tees. We'll pop right up.
Cool, man.
Or at any tournament. I mean, we try to be everywhere. So
Yeah.
you
Well,
know,
I see you at all the
and
tournaments.
we try to.
What's the next one coming up?
June 3rd, Hoosier Open. So
Oh.
there's nothing this weekend because of Memorial Day.
Okay.
So this will probably be out after Memorial Day anyway.
Yeah.
So
The 30th, it drops.
Yeah.
this one will be on the 30th.
Yeah.
So that weekend.
So you have June. Yeah.
So we have the Worlds the 3rd. So we'll be there, and then at Hoosier Open on the 3rd. And
You
then
doing grappling games also?
that is June
17th,
17th. So
yeah.
we'll be there. Europa in Dallas, June 17th, and then AGF in Tulsa on the 17th. So we got 3 that weekend.
Awesome.
Yeah, kind of. A lot of work.
It's okay.
So.
All right. Well, I appreciate you coming
Cool,
on,
man.
man.
Thank you
Thanks
guys
for
for
bringing
having
the
me,
gear,
dude.
too.
Thank
Yeah,
you guys.
thank
for
you.
Sure. For
Awesome.
sure.
See you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us on another episode of Grappler Union. Siri, how can our listeners find out more info?
For more information about Grappler Union, you can visit them on the web at grapplerunion.com or follow them on Instagram and on Twitter at Grappler Union. Like them on Facebook at facebook.com/Grappler Union. Also be sure to subscribe on iTunes. All episodes are available on the Grappler Union YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe. Anthony, I really enjoyed the podcast. Can't wait to hear the next one.
Thanks, Siri.